All right. Oh, point of business. Warren, did you see I sent you a text or a message.
Oh, let me take a look here. Was it on Roll20 or the
No, on Discord.
Discord?
About taking weapon plus shield specialty as a
It's in the fighter's handbook, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you could do that.
But so the way I was thinking about it is that Orth would keep that essentially as a parry every time, because you can parry with that shield.
Yeah.
So you would have essentially every round, rather than, unless he decided he wanted to attack with the shield, he would have a shield parry, each round.
Oh, I see. Would he still have 2 attacks, or would he be
Yeah.
using one of those? Okay.
Now it would be still 2 attacks. He could
But
do
it would be at
three if I did.
-2?
If I did a shield attack at the same time, then it affects my normal rolls.
Okay.
But so here's the let's see, what was it? The shield used to parry is normally at +2. But a shield used to parry is part of the weapon plus shield specialty. I forget now. I'm reading what I wrote, and now I can't remember what was in the fighter's handbook. So I was trying to figure out what there was some confusion about what the attack adjustment is on that shield parry.
Let me look. I think I can pull up the fighter's handbook.
Fighter's handbook.
Shield punch, shield rush.
Let's see.
Weapon and shield style. Can use the shield rush. Disadvantage is that you're wearing a shield. Yes. If you devote a weapon proficiency slot in weapon and shield style, you receive 1 extra attack per round, only when using a shield on the shield hand. You can use that extra attack only for the shield punch and parry maneuvers, as with the normal attacking 2 weapons. When striking with both hands in a single combat round, the character suffers -2 to attack rolls with his weapon and -4 with the shield punch or parry.
Is that the one on page 80? Or is that on...
what page is this? This doesn't have page numbers. The one I'm looking at. It's under
combat rules?
No, the styles. It's weapon and shield style. Let's see. Let me scroll
up. There's a website called Purple Worm. Let me show you guys. This is where I'm getting all the information from.
So yeah, I'm just confused about the wording of the.
So it says right here, as with the normal attacking with 2 weapons rules, see the player's handbook, page 96. When striking with both hands in a single combat round, the character suffers a -2 attack roll with his weapon and a -4 attack roll with the shield punch or parry. If you are
So if I
ambidextrous,
declare-
it's a -2. So,
If I
but what?
declare that I want to parry, then I'm always taking a -2 on every attack roll.
It would be because you have a +2 shield, right? See, it would normally be a -4, but because you have
Right.
a +2 shield, it's -2.
Right, but
Unless you had the ambidextrous, then you could, then it would
Yeah, I
even it
don't.
out.
I think that's what Haragi did, right?
So, but yeah, but what does that mean in a normal combat round?
So
If
you're
If I
using 2
declare that I
attacks.
want to, if I declare that I want to parry, then I take a -2 to all of my attack rolls.
No, to the parry.
To the parry only, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I would get
your
So
other
you-
2 attacks
I
are
would-
normal, but the parry would be at -2 because it's.
So you basically would be using the shield attack as your declared parry.
yeah, and if I
Okay.
declare a parry, essentially like the shield parry is the default, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
every round I could choose to at a -2 do a shield parry on any
Yeah.
specific attack.
yeah.
Okay, that's what I was hoping it would.
I read somewhere else that it said if you attack or parry with the shield, you don't get the shield's bonus.
It also says that in there.
Oh, it's just a straight plus or minus.
Any round when you perform 2 maneuvers, you do not get the AC bonus for the shield for the rest of the round.
Oh,
So
I
if
see.
If I parry with the shield, then I don't get the AC bonus for any subsequent attacks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Okay.
So then your AC goes up by 1 when you're
Yep.
if you parry.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Sweet.
All right, I'll try and keep track of that.
2E so
Plus with
convoluted, man, I love it.
Plus with Alleseto and but everybody always wants to do yeah 2E is a little bit well they have a rule for pretty much everything if you look at the called shots, man.
Yeah, well, what's the rule on cold shots, Warren? Like if I wanted to, let's say, stab the point of my pole in a hookar's eye.
Let's see.
It's like a -4, I believe.
Let me look real quick. I was just looking at the called shots area too. I just didn't really. I was just perusing it a little bit. Come on. All right, here we go. Called shot.
Okay, you're right over there. You're beating the shit out of your keyboard.
I am. I'm trying to get the dust out of it. It's kind of gross now. I've been looking at it in some sunlight.
All right, let's see here. Called shots need to be announced before the attack roll is made. Let's see. Called shots receive a +1 initiative penalty, -4 penalty on the attack roll, but could be modified for the circumstances. If the target is surprised or not expecting the attack, it might not apply at all. If you're trying to stab the enemy through the eye slit of the visor, for example, it might be a -6 or -8 penalty. Called shots are normally most useful for combat effects.
So I'm sort of here, but not really.
Oh, okay. I can move your guy around if you want to just narrate.
I've got my laptop set up in the other room too, but
Oh, okay.
right now we're trying to get the turkey and stuff cooked.
Yeah, no worries, man. doesn't give a whole lot of information on what the called shot does.
There might be stuff in the fighter's handbook too.
Yeah, there was. I saw some stuff. You could use it to disarm, pull or trip, unhorse duels.
Yep.
And then there's also a location area. I think there's a location area in the fighter's handbook where it's like, let's see.
There's one for pinning somebody, like pinning their tunic to the wall.
Yeah. So I guess it's probably pretty much yeah, so you can't really use it to bypass armor, because if you use it to bypass the AC value of normal armor, all PCs and monsters would always be using cold shots. It's more for carving initials into someone, cutting buttons off, stapling, hostage taking, disarming.
Okay, so we can disarm enemies with cold shots.
Yeah, it probably kind of depends on what the situation is.
Like if they have a weapon.
Yeah, you
Like
could.
Yeah,
we wouldn't be able to disarm a hook or we'd have to cut its arm off, right?
Or let's say the hook horror is hanging on you or hanging above, and you do a called shot on it trying to dislodge it from the thing. That might cause it to fall, and then it loses like an attack, or maybe it suffers a penalty to its attack if you successfully do it or something like that. Or he has to make a dex check, or I think it's probably going to be kind of situational, but yeah, I think it probably is depending on what you want to do and what it sounds like, and then we'll kind of go from there. Because there's a bunch of rules in here about it, so. All right, well, I think we're about...
So Sosai snuck off in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he's, I think this is a little hard for him to do Sunday nights from the UK, since it's already 9 o'clock over 9 to 8:30 over there, 9 o'clock. So I had some UK players in my other game too, and they always had a hard time. I had one guy from Croatia too, and yeah, it would be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he was like dozing off. So Haragi's missing tonight.
I was in a Changeling to Dreaming game where I had to wake up at like 1 in the morning to play this game. Well, because like basically one player was in England, one player was in France, and one and the guy who ran it was in the Ukraine.
Oh my god!
So I had to wake up. I had to get up at like 1 in the morning.
Well, we had that guy from South Africa for a while too, but that got a little hard for him too.
Yep.
All right, so let's see.
Bell Tower and Gale have got a little damage on them.
Yeah, and
I just casted Cure Vicious Wounds, which is a level 2 heal spell, which I just found.
17 points to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at that. You're vicious. Wounds.
Yep.
That's a handy one. All right, that puts puts Bell Tower back almost full.
Yeah, I'm pretty good now.
Or just let me know when you're ready for me.
Okay.
How hurt is
All
Gale?
right.
Because I could just give Gale a couple chocolates.
Gale is down 18 hit points, it looks like.
Alright, I'll give him...
I think Gale is too bad.
He's at 42 of 60, so he's not too bad, but he got a...
I'll give him 6. 6 chocolates.
Okay. So he's at, now he's at 54 out of 60, so...
That's not bad. I can handle that.
So
all right.
The room that this Boulay was in, we've gone through that. There isn't anything down at this end here.
There is some rubble where the Boulay had crashed through, but it looks like it backfilled behind it.
Okay.
Did we search all the hookers we killed?
I don't remember.
No, the hook horrors and the boulet were not scavenged, as far as I understand it.
The belay was scavenged because Haragi did that, but the hookers, I don't believe they were. So, let's see. Who hasn't rolled in a while here? Let's have... why don't we have Smyddwack and Belgrakas? Smyddwack, roll
Yes.
2d6 plus 4.
Okay.
So am I holding the bag of holding now?
You are welcome to.
Okay.
Sorry, 2d6.
Hey, no worries. And Belgrakas, you can roll 2d10.
Okay.
All right. All right, so Smyddwack, you are picking in amongst all of the corpses of the hook horrors, and as you're searching about with your diminutive gnomish stature, in this big chamber, what was obviously a roost, you find kind of a little alcove that they must have been hiding their shiny pretties in. Because they don't seem to have much use for treasure other than collecting it like a crow will collect shiny things. And there is a hoard of 100 platinum pieces.
Oh.
And then Belgrakas, you find instant amongst all of the stones that litter the floor of the cavern, 7 jewels.
Wow. Can we roll for them?
Well, you don't have any rogues, so unless somebody has an appraisal proficiency.
Let's see. I have Limner Painter, which is close, but
Oh, if you find an artwork, you can definitely probably appraise that.
all right. No
But
roads.
these are jewels. Yep.
Okay.
Up ahead.
Would a gnome be able to determine the value of the?
Doesn't that just come with being a gnome?
I'm trying to remember. We do like pretty jewels.
Have we divided treasure in a while?
We have not.
Okay. Then my sheet is correct.
We have actually never divided treasure.
All right, good. I don't have a...
Unless there's something that a specific character wants or it's an upgrade for him.
Yeah.
So we like stones. I'm trying to see. I know about tunneling. I need to check grades. I got combat advantage. I have magic resistance. I have problems with magic items. I don't see anything that says that as a gnome I get extra stuff in terms of...
Other than your intelligence and your... right? You get a plus
Yeah,
one intelligence.
I mean, there's like flavor text that says that gnomes love precious stones and are masters of policy. Yeah.
What kind of gnome are you, Guy?
It's a rock gnome.
What kind of gnome are you, Seto? Are you a deep gnome?
Deep gnome.
Oh, maybe it might be a deep gnome thing. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
What's that?
To be able to identify precious stones.
Oh, I didn't find that in my details at all.
Yeah, I'll look it up, but I don't think that's the thing.
Okay, I'm reaching that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a flavor text, but there's no... It doesn't seem like a mechanical rule that makes it so.
Deep gnomes have mining detection, melee, stealth.
Is the deep gnome Smurviblin?
Snurfneblin, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
mining detection, mining, tunneling, and stonework.
Yeah, I got
So-
that down.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like they have much in the way of appraisals. Slings, potion. Oh, they have potion. Some of them have a potion identification ability, but
I didn't see that.
well, there's a smattering of jewels. You'll have to take them back to your guild hall and have them appraised in the city of Greyhawk. But somebody just jot down that you've got 10 gems of varying.
Oh, it's 10.
Uh,
You said 7.
Yep.
I think it's
Oh,
7.
7. I'm sorry, my bad. 7. 100 platinum, right?
I got it. It's in there. 7 3 question mark value jewels and 100 platinum.
All right. So it's fairly quiet in here. And in fact, the sounds of some kind of clawed scuttling were heard off in the distance, but they seem to be moving away from you. And you're not exactly sure why, but the sounds got further and further away. But it sounded similar to that kind of hook horror noise.
Did we bury a Lorien?
No, Elorian is still not buried.
No, I put him in the stone right where he died.
Oh,
He
okay.
was trying to ask us to res him.
All right. So you're gonna put him down here in the cavern,
Mm-hmm.
right by where Gale is.
Something like that.
All right.
Goodbye, elf.
We say nice things about him.
He was an elf.
Actually, this is a good time right here. As you guys are putting a Lorien into the stone, you hear a voice. Who is that you bury down here in the depths?
Who the fuck said that?
Suddenly, you see a man leaning. He seemed to have appeared out of nowhere, leaning against the wall with a staff in hand. He is wearing, or I am wearing, a very dark gray robe, it's almost black. My skin is almost albino-ish. I'm obviously human, but it looks like I have not seen the light of day in quite some time, or I very rarely do. He has very intense, piercing eyes, almost kind of glowy in the dark, but that's probably not actually anything. He also has the slight smell of mildew about him. And if you look closely on his robes, you'll notice that there are patches of mold, as if he just doesn't bother to wash his robes no matter how dirty they get.
You look like a bell tower.
Great.
Who are you?
Orth puts a
Belgrakas asks.
My name is Dwella.
Orth puts the tip of his longsword underneath his chin and says, "What is your intention?"
My intention? Well, I heard the sound of battle down here in the depths and I followed it. But I've also heard of your group's exploits. And I have decided to make myself of use to you.
How did you manage to come all the way down here by yourself?
I laugh. This is my world down here. I am known as a Grey Druid. I live and I dwell in the depths.
Like a cave druid of some sort?
Matter of fact, the deep gnome, because according to the description of Grey Druids, they get along fabulously with deep gnomes. So you've probably heard of Grey Druids.
You could do a ancient history, Belgrakas and Smyddwack. You would probably
Okay.
have an idea.
Does
Okay.
Alleseto come to the defense of this new character?
Nice.
So, Smyddwack, you and Belgrakas have studied in your some of the lore. You didn't necessarily believe that deep druids or cave druids existed because you've never really been cave delving, but now that you're down in a catacomb of caves, seeing a cave druid come basically out of the stone is definitely a sight for interest. They have a couple of unique abilities, but their main thing is they are tied to the natural the natural ecosystem of the underground. So that Aliceto, you definitely are a little surprised to see one probably up this high. So I don't know if Bell Tower would have heard of them. You're probably in an area that's almost too harsh against preservers of nature.
Belgrakas says,
I don't think it's normal for me to be this high either. So.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Well, Grey Druids. Yeah, Grey Druids. I mean, they could. Their thing is anywhere where there's like moss and fungi grow and stuff like that. So he can, they can be on the surface. It's just that most of the stuff that they do just happens to be more in like cave-like and ruins and things of that nature. Because Grey Druids are very involved in that type of plant life. Basically, spores, fungi, slimes, molds. And all the subterranean ecosystems is like kind of what they're into, but Dweller, he continues. He says, "I would like to offer my services to you."
the Grey Druid. I've read of your kind, but I've never seen one in person. Wasn't even sure you existed, but I'm glad to meet your acquaintance because we
Or takes a step back.
We could definitely use someone who can help us navigate through the natural hazards of this underground area.
Of course. Unfortunately, our forest brethren get all the press, and he kind of laughs at his own joke. Now,
what about you, Smyddwack? What is you're also a gnome?
I have heard in some tales of deranged humans who should wish to spend their time in the dark. Unusual for big folk.
I had no real choice in that matter. As you can see, and I kind of hold up my hand, you can see that he is pretty much an albino. My skin and my eyes are very sensitive to light. It drove me to the dark depths just to escape the sun's rays.
Well, I know not of him. I suppose he can show us his merit, if he is to be trusted or not. And if he's not to be trusted, I am sure that the rest of you big ones, can take care of him, if we need be.
So Orth opens his hand towards the unexplored tunnel yet and says, by all means, after you.
I say, before we strike this accord, there is something that I must have you agree upon first. That is my payment. And my payment is quite simple. I know that your group is trying to conquer these ruins, and that is a fine goal indeed. But if I am to help in that endeavor, then I must have complete control of the natural caverns beneath the ruins, so that I may transform it into a beautiful underground ecosystem.
If you're willing to keep the riffraff out, I'm sure Gale and his priests would be more than happy to let you do that.
Who is Gale, and where is he?
I gesture towards the dwarf.
You actually see a kind of a look of not disgust, but kind of a sour look pass across his face. Dwarves, known as splendors of the Underdark, shaper of natural stone. This is something that cannot happen. The agreement.
Gnomes, people that can't really do anything.
The agreement that must be struck is that all the natural caverns must be left alone. The castle itself, of course, you can renovate to your heart's content, but no dwarven pick or shovel shall mar the beautiful natural wonders of these caverns.
Something Bavarian or
There's no minerals for us to take.
Agree to this, and I will be your most humble servant.
It's up to you, Gale.
It will be as Glendagan wills it.
We shall see, we shall see. Now, I heard the sounds of battle. Oh, and one more thing, as a token of my friendship. And he gets down and he pulls out a thing of chainmail. This is something that came into my possession recently. It's something that I cannot wear. It does have an enchantment upon this.
Oh,
Put this a part of your hoard. Whether you want to wear it or sell it is up to you.
Now, out of character, Rob, you can't wear it because it's metal?
Right, it's chainmail. It's +2 chainmail.
Now, does boulet armor count as leather armor because it's made from a creature's hide?
It's considered
That would
hide,
be
so
natural.
you'd be able to wear
Yeah, it would. Yeah. That would
Well,
be
it depends.
natural.
So it's hide, but it gives the armor class. I thought it was of scale, didn't it?
I think you said scale. Yeah, you said scale +2. It
Yeah.
It has. But it's essentially leather armor, right?
Right. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So add this to your coffers. Do what you will with it.
This is a straight chainmail +2 that I'm adding?
Yep. Yeah. I have very little need for actual gold coin. Not the way I live.
Could you make use of these bracers of AC7?
Actually, I could. Is it of natural make?
I believe they are.
Or can I use?
What do we
I think druids can wear bracers.
Oh, okay.
No, they can't.
Oh, they can't?
No, they're metal.
If we get them if we go back to town now and pick up all.
You're barred from wearing metal stuff, huh?
Yeah, I can't. I can only wear natural stuff like wood, anything
Leather.
that's natural. Yeah, wood, it can't be metal.
Oh, okay.
So we can go back to town and pick up we'll give him the extra set of the boulet armor and make his armor class. I think it puts it at 5 + 1, right? It's 6.
Yeah, we have 2 sets being
as well as drop off the
built.
The new belay armor to be worked on.
Yeah.
I doubt the previous set is ready. We haven't been down here that long.
I thought
it's been a couple days.
And by the way, I think Belgrakas is wearing the bracers of defense AC7, unless we have 2 pair.
Oh, did you take them from Elorian?
No, I didn't.
I think there was 2 pairs. I think Elorian had a pair and Belgrakas had a pair.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just looking at the stuff from Alorian.
We dropped the armor off, and then we went to Orth's village. Am I
No.
wrong there? No.
No.
No, you guys did a pretty quick drop off at Greyhawk. So it'll probably be ready it will take some time to work that boulet armor. Did you guys skin this boulet and bring the hide with you?
Yes.
We skinned
Okay.
it, but we didn't return it.
Just make sure that thing is 40 pounds. So
It's in the bag.
all right.
You can, by the way, you can kind of see that Dweller is very almost kind of frail looking. Like he doesn't look like he's he's the healthiest of guys.
Mm-hmm.
He's very slender, gaunt looking.
Obviously,
it's like basically he just doesn't look. He doesn't look healthy.
He needs a sandwich.
A hanky.
I go over to him and I hand him a chocolate. You need to eat. And I poke your bicep. Is it all bone?
Yeah, it's pretty bony.
Oh.
It's like when you feel him, it's like you're feeling just kind of skin stretched over bone.
He's a lich. Kill him.
So the real question is, because he's a gray gnome, is he able to make us different flavors of moss for the chocolate covering?
Well, he's a human. Right?
He's just covered in mold and moss.
I just have like patches. I mean, I'm human. But like you can kind of see that I almost have like a garden of various mold and mosses just growing on my robes. I have a very distinct
You see Belltower,
smell.
and he's got moss all over his belly that he just picks and puts in the chocolate.
Okay. Oh, by the way, there's something that I need to warn you about. Up ahead, there is a horde of undead.
What?
Oh.
Yes. Unfortunately, druids do not have power over the dead. So maybe one of your priests will be more adequate to deal with such a thing. And it's down that narrow corridor yonder. And somebody's really abusing their freaking their keyboard.
Somebody's beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, it's like, come on, guys. That's like literally keyboard abuse. I'm gonna have to call the police on that abuse.
That's the DM.
It might be. I don't think my keyboard is that loud. Maybe it is.
Oh, dude, it's like you're hammering in my ear.
It does get pretty loud. It sounds like a mechanical keyboard.
I wonder if it's.
If you watch the YouTube next week.
I wonder if it's from my. I wonder if it's because I have my phone right next to the keyboard. Maybe.
Yeah, that might be it.
Is it as bad now?
Oh, it's a lot quieter. But at the moment, it was like literally, it was like a hammer in my ear.
Yeah,
it must have been.
You were on a flow.
It must have been because my phone was right by the thing.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay.
So when you said undead, you're talking down this narrow hallway.
Let me see which one you're talking about. Yeah, that's the one, right, Warrant?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Yes, they offend me as a worshiper of life itself. You would be doing me a great service if you were to rid this place of their filth.
Could you describe them?
What do they look like, Warrant?
I give it the Steed Dweller.
Oh, those things. Yes, they have these strange worms crawling out of their chests.
Oh, no.
Their mouths. Yes.
Ew.
Oh,
What are
they're
you looking at here?
they're sons of Kais.
Kyrus, Sons of Kyrus?
I don't know how you pronounce his name,
I
but
think, yeah.
Kais or Kias.
Gale, you can make a religion check. You're the undead expert here. You and Alleseto could make religion checks.
I could probably try an ancient history because he was a huge nemesis of the Siluways.
Here.
Oh yeah, you definitely could.
I have ancient
Let's
history as
see
well.
here.
Might as well roll.
Okay. So Gale,
Where is my
Belgrakas.
character sheet?
Nice.
Belgrakas really knows about this. It's like,
Yeah.
actually,
It's a religion, right?
in this
I-
guy.
I did my college thesis on Kias.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
It's Smyddwack also.
Yeah, Smyddwack
Nice.
turns white and begins to shake.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Because
no.
Gale's
this is not-
apparently too distracted.
Well, for those of you who know what we're talking about here, what's the recommendation?
Kais was a powerful god, god of worms. He's evil incarnate, and those worms that crawl out of their chests actually dig themselves into your brain and kill you, and then you rise as one of his children.
Nice. A burrowing parasite. That's great.
Yeah,
On a rise.
but they're much more difficult to turn than the average skeleton.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Are regular weapons useful?
No magical weapons would be required if they are Sons of Kais, but we'd have to see for sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so now what do you guys want to do?
We could prepare for battle.
Yeah. Well, we can continue forward on this path and go after more hook horrors.
Although Gale did run into Sons of Caius in the upper levels.
Oh yeah.
Is invisibility to undead a spell in 2E?
It is.
Yes, it is. It's a clerical spell, if I remember. Or I think is it a magic user spell? It might be both.
It's a level 1 spell for clerics.
Maybe it's a level 4 spell for magic users? I thought there was a magic user spell. I thought you guys maybe had it in your spell book. I don't remember.
Which spell are you talking about?
It is a
Invisibility.
I think it is a wizard spell.
Oh, there's one more thing I must tell you about these undead. There's quite a few of them. A horde, if you were to call it such.
A horde. Great.
That doesn't sound like like Sons of Kias unless there's some sort of infestation.
Guys, I think you're overthinking this, and we should just go in there and break those bones apart.
See what we. Yeah.
I could try my turn undead when we go in there,
Yeah.
and let's see what Clondagon does. But
We still
Yeah.
have that wand
orders
of
that we kill them.
fireballs, right? Somebody
We
still
do
has-
not, unless that was
Oh,
Alorians.
that-
If it was
that-
Alorians,
I think it was
Bad
Haragi.
Corey
idea.
never had a one of
You know,
our
No, it wasn't Haragi, it was Sosai. And I think
And-
it was his heirloom, right?
and he was unwilling to give it up. So
All right.
He absconded.
yeah,
And Greyhawk, he basically ran off, joined the thieves guild, and did come back.
Warren, could we have his 2 potions?
What were his 2 potions?
He had the 2 potions of greater healing that we gave everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. The extra healing potions? Yeah, you can have his 2 potions.
I'll add those to the bag.
Yeah. Warrant, if he is willing to give up the wand of fireball, I happily take it off his hands.
Oh, sorry. None of the heirlooms go.
Okay.
You could ask Vortimir about his full plate plus what was it?
It was
Full plate.
full plate plus 3 or 4. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
He's renting it out for like $3,000 a month.
Oh my gosh.
characters keep on rolling armor. I can't freaking wear.
But something like that, yeah, you rent it out to somebody else.
Yeah, he did. He
I did that
rented it out
before.
to another guy that died.
It was so awesome, though. It was full plate plus 3.
Oh yeah, that was
My
sick
AC
armor.
was -3 at
These
level
guys
1.
at level 1. He still died.
To a freaking ghost.
That's okay, man. Alleseto died with a vampiric sword.
Wow.
Yeah, that one's a bummer.
That was a bummer. He was-
Belgrakas says about these undead things. On second thought, I'm not entirely sure why they would be down here. So probably just normal. Let's check it out.
All right, let's go check it out. Dweller, show us the way.
Follow me. But when we get to a certain point, I'll be following you. All right. So let's see. Where's my character? Okay, I need to get him out there on the. Oh, there. Oh, you already had him out there. Never mind.
Let's
All of a
see
sudden,
here.
there's
Hold
two
on.
of me.
Oh, there's two of them.
Oh, hold
I'll
on a second.
I'll get rid of
I
the
gotta.
top one.
Hold on a second. I gotta fix this. This is messed up for a second.
There we go.
Where is your armor class?
Oh yeah, it's like I'm wearing just like I'm wearing a moldy robe and padded armor.
Oh, do you have a 9 AC then?
I get like a. Oh, that's it. My armor class is. I really don't like this character sheet is overly complicated. I'm always trying to figure out where my shit is.
I know.
It's like, okay, equipment.
Your armor class
I mean,
is
it's-
in the info part of your sheet on the
Yeah,
track.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, my armor class is like a 9.
All right.
Jeez.
You want to lead
Dude,
the
like,
way?
literally, I'm just wearing like I'm wearing moldy robes and padded armor underneath.
You want to lead the way, Dweller?
I will point the way. It's like it's over there.
Smyddwack and Gale are kind of in the back.
Yeah. Just following Belgrakas.
Yes, he points this way.
Isn't Gale likely to want to be at the front of this one?
I don't know. Do you want to be at the front, Gale?
Sorry about that. I had to take myself on mute. Gale always wants to be at the front.
It seemed more on brand for him.
He's our priesty dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more fighter that has a couple extra abilities.
Yeah.
And one very important one for what we're about to see.
All right, let's go down there.
All right.
So it's beyond this bottleneck area?
Yeah.
So it's the cavern walls narrow fairly substantially, and those clawed markings that you can see as images of Hokor's passings, they end pretty abruptly as you enter in this narrow, about 5 foot wide neck of this cavern, and then it's deathly silent in this this narrow causeway that goes through here.
Okay, before we go down in there, do we want to make a plan to, if there's something shortly beyond this, to fall back and gang up on them here where it widens out, where we can...
I can lure them back here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should
All
do
right.
Sounds good.
something like that. Belgrakas could throw lightning down the tunnel and...
So
Oh,
Gale,
great.
as you get to this area, you can see that there is, well, actually, Gale, when you get down there, make a religion check. I don't know if Alesseto's up there with you or not.
I'm at the neck of the opening.
All right, so you don't see where Gale is. Gale, okay. So, Gale, you see a warding ruin, basically, around here, so it doesn't look like the undead will pass, basically, this area here. You can see, basically, this pillar here has got some runes etched on it.
So that means it's safe for us to come down that far, at least?
Once
Gale's
Gale
gonna
moves...
call back. Oh, never mind.
Oh, go ahead, Gale.
I was just say, it's after he checks on it, or checks the rune, so whatever you're saying when he moves there.
All right, so with your vision, you see a bunch of undead skeletons and zombies milling about, and the zombies are like, brains.
Oh my god, a fireball would have been awesome right about now.
Brains.
Fireball would have been awesome, yes.
And they start moving towards the warm-blooded fleshiness that are near the entrance. And I guess you guys can roll for initiative.
I know what Gale would do in this situation, too.
Would Gale think about the party? And what's best for
Probably
the
not.
party?
Wrong one. Sorry.
How do you think's happening?
I'm not really doing a potion, but I'm rolling, yeah. Oh, damn it. Didn't I get it? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay.
Lauren, I'm going to parry with one of my...
He will call out to the party, though.
All right.
It's his turn.
I got to roll initiative. I didn't roll yet.
I should have.
I don't think he's going to take a fireball into account, though.
Some good area effect spells right about now would be.
Unless he can destroy these things.
Bell Tower, you are falling behind Gale. You see him raise a hand, and then you hear off in the distance some moaning and the rattling of bones. And you are up first, Bell Tower.
I'm going to just move up here and hold my actions for the creatures.
All right, Dweller, you've seen the new friends of yours head right down the pathway of the evil undead.
I am going to. I assume because they hinted they were going to try to lure the creatures to us. So I am going to position myself kind of over here.
Okay.
And just kind of hold my position and see what comes out.
All right. Gale, you are faced with a horde of skeletons and zombies.
Well, I think about it very strongly, and I know what my God would demand of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn undead. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
That
damn. All right. Gale calls out the Prayer of Clandagan, and let's see.
Turn them all the way around.
Level, I think. I destroy anything up to 3 to 4 hit die. Or
Wow.
shatters.
Yeah,
I
up
turn
to...
anything up to ghost.
So when
And
you
then
roll
with
your
the 20,
2d6...
with the 20, I can kill a lich. Or no, I
yeah,
can turn a lich, sorry.
roll 2d6 and double it. All right.
Oh. Yeah, whichever.
No, 16. Okay, so
Okay.
Gale calls upon the power of Clandagan, and all of a sudden, all of the gold accoutrements that are on Gale start to glow with a holy radiating light. And one by one, zombies and skeletons just start being annihilated, burning to ash as the rays of Clandagan come shooting out of Gale. So let's see, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Wow, that is impressive, Gale.
That is impressive.
All right, Orth, you are up. You just heard and saw blinding light flash out as Gale raised his voice in song.
Uh-huh.
And You can't see much beyond the depths of Bell Tower's torchlight.
You see, Dweller actually covers up his face as the light comes out of the tunnel.
The plan was to draw them back this way, so Orth is posted up and ready to. He's holding his action.
Now that we have information that there's a glyph of warding there to keep them from entering the tunnel, do we all think that it's a good idea to stay back there?
Nobody's relayed that.
Did
to
the warding
party.
symbol by any chance disappear after I did a turn undead?
No, the warding symbol is still there.
Okay.
So yeah, Orth, it's up to you.
Yeah, but we don't. The rest of us don't know about that. So we're holding.
Yeah, I guess Belgrakas
All right.
doesn't really know about it either. But it's not really
Yeah, no, I can't see anything beyond the light, so
All right, Belgrakas, you just saw a bright flash of clerical magic, and you're up.
I can't see anything, so I'm gonna hold my action.
All right.
What's happening? What's going on?
Alleseto, you heard a holy shout off in the distance, but you still sense that there are undead evils about.
He would recognize that was some kind of turn undead kind of thing, right?
Oh, he heard he heard the Clandagan song wail out.
He heard a very loud noise. The power of Clandagan compels you.
What was Smyddwack?
Holy shit!
No, I'm gonna stay back here with the core.
And then lots of singing.
All right, Smyddwack, what about you?
I'm just gonna hold my action. I guess I've got I'm gonna have my sling ready. So
All right.
yeah, put me there. I just didn't know.
All
I
right.
couldn't figure out what it was. So just leave me there. Yeah.
All right, Bell Tower, you were holding your action. You just saw 16 of these things disappear, and now there's a horde of zombies and one skeleton slowly advancing towards the mouth of the cave.
I'm gonna hold until they get there and whack them.
All right. So the skeleton moves up and is going to attack the cleric with a semi-brainless
Did I need to roll initiative
rage.
again?
Nope, they haven't gone yet.
Oh,
They were
okay.
last.
Hit their armor class. That's a 2, 4.
Let's see. A 2, yes, that hits their armor class, and he rolled a 16, so I guess that missed Gale.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Bell Tower and the skeleton attack at the same time, and the skeleton dies.
Isn't that kind of redundant?
Again.
All right, now the zombies move up and attack. I'll move him out of the way since he's underfoot. And this one just starts trying to hoard. All right, so Gale, you get attacked by 4, and Bell Tower, you get attacked by 2. All right, this is Gale for 4 of them. All right, the first zombie, AC of 6. Second zombie, AC of 14. Third zombie, AC of 17. Fourth zombie, AC of 0. Does that hit, Gale?
Nope, that's a miss.
All right, and then Bell Tower, the 2 zombies that are clawing at your face, AC of 4.
Thank God for my
Nope.
shield.
AC of 5.
No.
All right. Dweller and Orth. Orth, you see some shadowy forms off in the distance.
They're here.
I shout, draw them back.
There's not that many left.
Okay.
Clang Daddy killed most of them.
You see strange worms crawling out of these things' eyes and mouths.
Oh,
They look
no.
massively disgusting.
I'll come up here and I can reach this guy. Yes.
No, you're behind this wall still.
So I can't reach anything.
You could shoot an arrow at this guy
Yeah.
if you had your bow out.
I didn't have it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably have to wait until you can maneuver around. You could probably, if you made a dex check, you could get by bell tower and get into this
Let's
and
try
hit this
that.
guy. Ooh, you just do it. So you
Squeeze by.
run towards bell tower, basically shove his lanky form out of the way, and then attack the zombie that was trying to eat bell tower's flesh.
All right. AC2.
Ooh, yes, that is a hit.
These are medium.
Yep, medium. They're the dead.
Damage
Looks like
7.
humans. All right, you slash into its rotting.
AC3.
Yep, that's a hit.
For 10.
All right. That zombie's head departs from its shoulders and it falls over dead. Belgrakas, anything else you want to do?
I can't really see, so actually I can, I guess. So let's see. Does anybody look hurt? No. 1, 2.
You see off in the shadowy distance the Gale kind of surrounded by what looks like a horde of zombies from your point of view, but you can't really tell because it's a very thin view through the mass of bodies.
Okay,
Many.
I will magic missile.
All right. Gale has Belgrakas. You have 4 missiles that go flying off in the distance. Are you shooting at this one?
I'm shooting 2 at that one and
All
2 at the one below it.
Okay. All right. Magical bullets start streaking out of Belgrakas' outstretched fingers, streak down the hall over a bewildered and singing dwarf. And the first one does 8, right?
Yeah.
Burning holes in, and the second one does 7. All right, so 2 zombies got massive holes burned into their chests. All right, Alleseto, what do you want to do? There's combat enjoined down the hall.
Proceed forward, and once I see him, I'll turn the undead.
All right, Alleseto starts calling upon Smooth Hands to deliver us from this 11. All right, 11. What level are you?
Level 6.
Alleseto, and 11 at level 6. Let's see, level 6, and you rolled an 11. That turns up to a ghast, so you've destroyed any skeletons and turned any zombies. So roll 2d6. All right, these zombies start to flee. Smyddwack.
Okay, well, let's look at the distance here. I mean, I've got visual on the zombies, but I've got bell tower and other individuals in front of me. I mean, how much cover would that provide? Would you consider even be able to hit them with a...
Just don't critically miss.
Oh, man.
Don't give it a shot, otherwise Sato gets,
On the plus side, I have an ogre behind me this time, so there's a good chance I'm not going to be shot in the back of the head.
That's true.
That's true, yeah.
Let's see what
That's
happens.
true.
Gale is behind hard cover.
All right, Smid.
Oh, man.
He rolled a 1. He critically missed. Roll 1d3, or actually, you know what? Roll 1d4, Smyddwack.
Oh.
3 and 4 hit bell tower. 1 hits Gale. 2 hits Alleseto. Oh, bell tower, you take a bullet to the back of the head from the diminutive gnome illusionist.
Why, son? Why?
All right, you take. Go ahead and roll damage, Smyddwack. You're not large, are you, bell tower?
I am large. Yeah.
Oh yeah, roll it for large.
I did that. That should be the
Okay.
largest. 1d6.
All right,
plus
you
1.
take 3 damage. You get hit in the back of the head, bell tower, and you're not exactly sure what hit you. It feels like a sting. Something
I
stung
think
you
we
in the
know.
back.
Oh,
All
Oops.
right, new round. New round. The zombies are still. Now they are all trying to flee.
Jesus. Yeah, is there just like a? There's no just standard initiative button in this character sheet, right?
If you go to weapons, you have initiative per weapon based on the speed of the weapon.
Yeah, but if I don't want to do
so
that,
if
like,
You could just
could
put in
modify
an initiative.
Yeah, and just
What?
put it like 0 for the speed, right?
Yeah.
Of a weapon attack, and just call it something, you know.
Yeah, I call
Oh.
mine like raw initiative. If I'm just gonna be like, let's say moving, I just hit my like raw initiative. I don't, and the only thing I do is hit the initiative and it rolls.
all right, so I'll just make a new weapon. It's called Raw Initiative, right? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
it?
what I. Yeah, that's what I do.
Gotcha. I understand that. All right. So I'll just do that. Submit. Because I need to fucking get my cat. Okay, that's what I'll do. So this, I'm really not really sure. I'm gonna be doing it. I don't want to cat.
The benefit, Smyddwack, is bell tower does not know that came from you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hurt
Did that
myself.
roll? I mean, I wrote for initiative, but didn't do anything. Damn.
Did you have your character selected? If not, what did you get?
I made this new raw initiative dexterity weapon.
Did you put a 0 in the speed?
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I had to literally put a 0 there. There it is. All right, guys. There we go. Okay, I'm on there now. All right, so I have to put that number in there. Dexterity raw initiative.
All right, Smyddwack's in there now. All right.
Yep.
So, all right, Dweller, you hear shuffling and shouting and some force of weapons, but you don't really see much. But it sounds like the battle is enjoined and things are going the party's way. What do you want to do?
Dweller is going to shuffle up here and kind of, kind of position himself right here to see if he can discern anything else. But he's not going to rush into this narrow tunnel until he knows it's safe.
All right. Orth, you are up in combat. You see zombies starting to move and try to flee from the light radiating out of Alleseto's holy symbol.
I take a step forward, and which ones can I reach?
You could get this guy.
Yeah. Well, let's get that guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
He's done. I got another one. Can I step forward and get this other one?
Yeah, you can move one more and take him out. That's fine.
-4.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
And yeah.
All right, that one also dies. So you've just lopped the head off 2 zombies that are burned with magic missile singeing. Bell tower.
I'm gonna punch this one.
All right. Oh yeah, you punch it right in the rotted teeth.
Right in the chips.
And then
A worm is dislodged from the thing's thing and lands on your outstretched hand and tries to burrow in, and you manage to shake it off. All right, the bell pole hits. Ooh, the bell pole goes right through it and is hoisted up on your petard, and it dies.
I'm gonna whack this guy with my last attack.
All right. All right, Alleseto, what do you want to do?
Did I see Bell Tower punch?
You saw him strike forward and punch, yeah.
Yeah, and I know that he shouldn't be touching them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that so I'll step forward and attack this one in front of me, and I yell out, "Don't touch him!" And I'll attack him.
All right. A little shining, blurry form goes underneath your legs, yelling, "Don't touch him!" and attacks it. Yes, that's a hit, Alleseto.
All right.
Why not?
Alleseto bashes this thing right in.
Parasite.
Ooh, Alleseto, you send it off into the great beyond. Gale, you have 2 of them by you. Ooh, Gale, that's a hit.
I'm gonna whack the one right below me.
Ooh, that's a big hit too. All right, this thing is broken and bleeding. Smyddwack, you see them still fighting off in the distance. What do you want to do? Where's Belgrakas? Is he in there?
Yeah, he's behind, he's like by me all the way in the back.
Oh,
so
I don't
guess
think
I'm
my
good.
I don't think my initiative's in there though.
Oh, okay. What did you get?
I don't think I rolled.
Okay.
Excuse me. I mean, so
I'll just put you in after Smyddwack.
Yeah, he's gonna hold his action anyway.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to move forward and hold my action again, still with my sling. But this case, I'm just going to hold my action unless I see something move through the tunnel.
All right. This zombie flees, so you can take a free attack on it, Gale. And then this one moves over here. Gale, this one's fleeing, so you can take a free attack. Actually, Orth, you could take a free attack too, because it's going this way. It's just blindly running away from Alleseto.
Yeah.
AC of 7, yes, that's a hit. And Gale? Oh, that's okay. Orth, you managed to impale it on your sword, right in front of Gale. Gale reaches back and swings and plays baseball with the. Oh yeah, Gale finishes destroying the zombie. And Dweller, you're up.
Do we not reroll initiative?
Not yet. You haven't gone yet, and Smyddwack hasn't gone, and Belgrakas hasn't gone, and there's one zombie fleeing.
I was the first one to go.
Right.
I thought you were holding.
No, there's nothing. I just
All right.
moved up.
Smyddwack, you were just holding. Did you want anything else to do?
I moved in. I held up. I mean, do I see this strange sigil on the wall?
It's on this pillar, so if you can see this pillar, you'll be able to see it.
I mean, I have line of. I've got the people.
No, you'd have to move up a little further. You got a couple of rock outcroppings in between.
Yeah, I
you
can't. I took my full move action, so I guess I'm keeping.
All right.
Yep.
Gale, Belgrakas, anything else from you this round?
Nope.
All right, new round. You have a fleeing zombie from the unholy or the holy light of Smooth Hands.
I'll get it. Or Bell will get it.
Spell beer. All right, looks like Belgrakas, you're up first.
I guess I'll come over here and hold my action.
All right.
Do I see the sigil?
From there, yes, you could see it.
I'll try to study it. Where is it exactly?
It's written on this pillar here.
Okay. Maybe I'll walk all the way up.
All right.
See if I can study it.
Okay. Do you have anything like spellcraft? Yeah. All right. Your spellcraft. All right. You're looking at it. You can definitely tell that this is magical, but it is something of a follower of a higher being of some sort.
This is really
Bell
pretty.
tower. Oh yeah, bell tower, you hit the zombie. And on the double back, yep. Alright, bell tower dispatches the fleeing zombie. And now there is a empty chamber with a bunch of dead zombies and skeletons in it. Who's feeling lucky?
Gale is.
Alright, Gale, roll 1d100. Alright, Gale, you find instant amongst the bodies 45 gold pieces.
Nice.
And there was 4
Hand it to
pillars.
the
Each one of these pillars has a glyph on it. Each glyph is different. And there is, in the center, there's somewhat of a little bit of a depression. The skeletons that are all destroyed and laying about are wearing old, ratty, moth-eaten armor and like basically leather, where the straps are all rusted and falling apart, and their weapons are all rusted. So they were fairly low quality, old undead that look like they've been down here in this kind of wet, damp environment for a long time. The zombies look like they've been rotted mostly to full-on decay with weird funguses growing out of them, similar to how Dweller is, but the funguses are all mottled and diseased.
Now that we can, I can see the glyphs on all of these things and the depression in the center. I'm gonna try a new spellcraft roll to see if I can figure out.
And
What
can I do a religion check?
Sure.
oh no, okay.
I don't know what they are.
There's no help action, right? In this,
Look at
it's
this.
just roll spellcraft.
What do you want to do, Smyddwack?
I want to investigate the pillars, and I'll be sort of talking to Belgrakas, telling him what I think I see. And,
you could roll ancient history to see if you could help him, but you're basically going to have to roll 5 better than your roll to help him.
oh, okay. Well, then I can roll spellcraft too, but I'll just let him do it then. I guess.
Oh yeah, go ahead, roll spellcraft. Yeah,
I mean, I also have spellcraft. I mean, it's like I'm trying to help him.
All right, so I'm going to send this off to you real quick, Smyddwack. So you'll see it in the chat here. One second. Just a second here.
Do we need to burn this shit? Like these bodies?
Crush them and turn them to dust.
Won't that fill this place with black, greasy smoke? And cause us to choke?
Are there still worms crawling around, though? That seems...
Dweller is gonna examine the bodies and like look at the mold. You said that there was like mold on the corpses.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. It's mold that you recognize, but it's been warped due to growing on undead flesh.
I want to take a sample of it.
Gross.
All right. It feels somewhat unholy in your grasp.
Well, I put it in I wrap it up in a cloth, and then I pocket it. I will examine this closer later.
All right.
Is there
So-
any other tunnels out of this chamber?
So you
Yeah, what's down in the corner
you see Smyddwack moving about looking at each of the pillars, and he seems to know a bit about. And there's a exit over here.
And so I'm sort of talking to myself, gnomish, slowly, can't really understand. I go, okay, I've solved it. This glyph here, where the moldy one lies, this is to ward the dead. This glyph here, where the dwarf is instructions to gather water. I don't know what that means, but it is what the glyph instructs. Mighty bell tower. This is another warding glyph here. For what against, I do not know. And this one, well, this is a glyph to call out to weaponry.
What does that even mean?
Well,
Wait, to call out to weapons?
yes, to call out to weaponry. Yes. So, supposed to protect against weapons.
To gather water. Remember, there was all that water in the other room in barrels.
And I have a feeling that this is some sort of ritual chamber.
I think that glyph of weaponry indicates that a weapon should be put in the center of the room.
Perhaps just to enchant a weapon here.
Perhaps.
Do we want to try that?
We should probably have some water, though.
Make
There's
a weapon
barrels of it in the other
stronger?
room.
There was. Everybody tipped them, though, right?
It looks
Yeah,
like
they did tip them. I had the spell to create water.
Did we tip all of them? There's only 2 marked with an X.
I thought
Yeah,
they were
only
all
two were-
tipped in order to see what treasure was in them.
We have a bastard sword +2 in the bag of holding. We also have.
We've got this ornamental mace. I can put it there.
Oh yeah.
Is it even
Yeah, it's a nice mace.
Perhaps
No.
something non-magical.
Yeah, and this mace isn't magical at all. It's just gold and silver. With jewels.
Yes, do it. Let's see what happens.
What do you want to do with the mace?
I think we'll need to get some holy water first, though. Because if this is a ritual, then holy water would have to be needed. I can
Or
make some
unholy.
holy water, but it'll take a little bit of time.
Does Dweller have the ability to?
What to make? I can make water,
Yeah.
but not holy water.
Does it need to be holy water?
Well, if it's a ritual, then holy water is definitely what would be needed.
Would you like me to make some water to see what would happen?
No.
No, let's if we're gonna do it, let's do it with holy water first. So go get some of those barrels that are empty and bring it in here, and we can work on holy water for it. If everybody wants to take a break, it'll take me about an hour.
All right. Orth will go get one of the barrels. That's
All right.
Yeah, I'll help Orth.
That's in good shape.
All right.
Can I figure out, check the southwestern pillar?
I need a
decipher what the
bathroom
word is.
break.
Which one is that, Alleseto?
This one you said you
Yeah.
couldn't figure out.
Smyddwack figured that one out.
He did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought he said he couldn't figure out that one.
Nope. All of them.
This is water, this is weaponry, and this is warding. What was
That's
this one?
That's just another warding. It's
warding.
just for warding.
Oh, just like this one up here.
This one's
Yeah,
a
probably to contain the undead within the chamber.
Oh, all
that's
right.
a glyph for warding. That's water. This one's glyph versus the undead warding, and then that one's
Make a
that's
religion check, Aliceto.
Okay.
Okay. I'll send you something real quick here, Aliceto, while they're getting their water. And you guys have a little bit of time to kind of take some actions while you've got both entrances to this area guarded while Gale starts consecrating the barrel.
Hey, Bell, can you stick some light down here and maybe we can see what's down here?
Dweller looks at you. He says, "Do not to be alarmed, my friends, for what I am about to do." And all of a sudden, like, Dweller begins to shrink, and then grow wings, and Dweller turns into a bat.
Oh, great.
What?
And then he flies.
Dude.
Then Dweller flies into this next room to scout it out.
All right. Where are you going to fly, Dweller?
Like kind of towards up, like kind of fly. Of course, I'm gonna be making sure that there's no hook wars on the ceiling or anything like that. So basically, he's just, like I said, I'm just a little common bat, and I'm going to kind of fly around in this room to check it out.
All right.
We get images of what we do in the shadows.
All right, Dweller, you can move the bat.
once again.
Well, okay. I was just
Okay,
gonna
I'm
move my
back.
token, but did you actually have a bat token there?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't see it. Could you ping? Oh, there it is. All right. So he's flying. Checking out that room.
I sent you something too, Aliceto.
Yeah, I see. All right.
Now that I think about it, I wonder if this requires a specific type of weapon, because we found that ceremonial dagger before too.
All right. Where do you want to go, Dweller?
I'm gonna go down this hallway, see if it's a dead end or not.
Did we
All right.
confirm that Dweller wasn't like undead himself?
So you're going down this. It looks like it was more of a roosting area of hook horrors, but you don't sense any hook horrors in this area any longer.
So
It
I'm gonna complete this because I'm gonna see where this tunnel leads.
All right. So you fly off down the tunnel, and
I eat 3
Okay,
tokens for it. Just let you.
All right.
all right.
So once I see that this just joins in with that main room, I'll fly back here.
Okay. All right.
And then you tell me when I go
Meanwhile,
again.
Gale, you've consecrated some water. Orth, you've brought in the barrel. Smyddwack and Alleseto have studied the pillars. Bell Tower has eaten some chocolates. What do you guys want to do?
So, Dweller, how long can he stay a bat?
Pretty much forever.
Oh, we'll go down the other tunnel then.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Belgrakas is looking around for slimes and molds and other oddities from the ceiling or the walls. Not, because he
Make
has
an
any particular
intelligence check,
expertise, but
Belgrakas.
just to avoid us getting,
Surprised?
yeah,
Make an
literally
intelligence
getting us
check.
dropped on. Okay.
You're not doing so hot with your intel today. All right, so you start looking around. It doesn't appear that in this area that there was any image of any sort of slime or mold.
Perhaps I'll take a look around, right? Perhaps I'll roll an intelligence check there and see if I find anything. As I hear him talking, I'm like, well, let's see what we have.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. There you go. Well, let's consider. Nope, no slime. No unusual symbols.
I'll send you something here real quick.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
I pick up this sort of very brightish, rather reflective-looking white object from the rubble, and I go, look at this. This is a bone. Picked clean. Scoured clean. Like it's been dipped in some sort of acid.
That sounds moldy or slimy.
But would a slime leave bone?
How big is this? Like a human-sized bone? How big is this bone?
It looks like it's part of a maybe not one of the undead skeletons. It was maybe like an orc bone or something.
Okay, so it's big and robust. I'm like, well,
yeah,
it's one of you big people, but the big people.
We should probably ask Dweller.
He's out flying down this hallway here.
All right, and let me see something real quick here. What is the rest of you doing here?
Just guarding this entrance, waiting for news of what's beyond.
Beltell's
All right.
enamored that Dweller's a creature now. He wants to catch him.
All right, I need you. Okay.
I have a net.
All right, Dweller, which way are you going now?
Jellyfishing.
I'm going this way.
All right. There is a couple of different directions you can go.
Let me go north.
All right. Roll a surprise check.
Somebody's gonna ambush a bat. A common bat.
You gotta roll a surprise check.
All right.
I don't think the bats are top of the food chain in the caves, right?
Okay.
3. Is surprise a die 6 or is it a die 10?
Oh, is it a die? Oh, yeah. I keep on thinking of like basic D&D because in basic D&D it's like die 6. All right, let me do that again.
Yeah.
What is it? If I roll a
1, 2, or 3, I think you're surprised.
Okay.
Right? Let me just double check. I always forget
Yeah,
the surprise, but this one is definitely.
All right. Well, either way, I don't think I'm surprised. I rolled an 8.
Surprise. Oh, that's spells. My bad.
As a bat, he's got to have a pretty good AC, though, right? Because they're super hard to.
Oh yeah, I think so. 9, 112.
Actually, my armor class for a bat is an 8, so I have like. But I move really.
Yeah, but anybody who's
fast.
never had a bat in their house, they're hard to get.
Yeah, I do have a very fast flying. I fly at 24, so I'm really pretty fast.
If the die roll, you roll a 1d10, and if the die rolls a 1, 2, or 3, you're surprised. So what did you roll?
An 8.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're flying along, just flitting along using your echolocation, and all of a sudden, you see a black kind of blob drop try to drop on you. You manage to dodge out of the way just in time, and it stretches and elongates itself out, and then it drops from the ceiling. It tried to drop on you, but it drops on the floor and then starts to move this way.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Gale, you have consecrated the water, and Smyddwack and Belgrakas have found the bone. Orth and Bell Tower have guarded the entranceway. What do you guys want to do?
So, are we going to use my ornamental weapon, or are we going to do something else?
Well, we might as well try it on the regular weapon first, right?
This isn't just a regular weapon. This is a jewel-encrusted weapon with silver tips.
The other option is we've got a +2 bone dagger.
Yeah, that was a ceremonial dagger. No, I have no problem trying it with the with that weapon. I hope it doesn't destroy it.
All right. Kai, you have enough now that you can do extremely well illusionary zombie.
Excellent.
Yes, Smyddwack starts to study these zombies. It's good to stay away from them a bit because of the worms that still dwell within them.
Sure.
All right, so you've got your water. What are you doing, Alleseto and Gale?
Pulling out my footman's mace, and I'm ready to try whatever this is. If you guys are wanting to.
All right, what do you want to do?
We're gonna lay it on the sand.
Okay.
Is that what you're gonna do? Gale?
What was that?
What are you gonna do? Just lay it down in the sand and then just pour holy water and see what happens?
Who? I believe it was the other cleric that passed his check to figure out what this thing is. I'm not really sure, so we'll let him explain.
I think it was Smyddwack who passed the check.
Smyddwack and Alleseto, they both had. Smyddwack was the one that discovered the ruin on the pillar, and then Alleseto had made a religion check and then gotten a little more
I failed
insight.
both checks.
So there's a depression, and in the depression there's some silt left over from some water, maybe some holy water. So where the depression is, that's where the whatever occurred in the past, whatever these, I can't explain it. It has to do with this depression. So maybe just laying it in the depression and pouring water, the holy water over it.
Let's see what happens.
Wait. Let me describe. Let me describe what could happen. What if you place this weapon down, you pour holy water on it, and something comes up and grabs the weapon and comes out of the ground? You think something
And
like
it's
that
a regular
could happen?
weapon, and we destroy it.
All right. Okay.
Dana, is this a chance we'd be summoning a demon here?
I don't know. What if that's what we're doing here?
Well, if it's
What
a
if
demon, it wouldn't take holy water.
So
I highly doubt it.
we all gather around and get ready when we do this.
Okay. So I start by putting in my footman's mace, or I do the water first?
I don't know. I would say lay a weapon down and pour the water over it.
Okay. What about the other two parts, though?
What are the other two parts?
What do you mean, other two parts?
This one is about water, and this one's a warding, and this one's warding.
He might have been talking to somebody in his house.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Stuffing related emergency.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Stuffing.
Is there some sort of check to figure out like what order this ritual might be put in? Or maybe we should.
You can pour some water and then put your weapon down and then pour some water over it again.
Nice holy sandwich.
But what about the other two parts?
And
I don't know. What do you mean, other two parts?
Oh, ignore me. Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, I wonder if it makes a weapon holy. Maybe I should put down my staff. But do I want to risk my staff?
Well, look, we're in the experimental phase right here.
I'll put
Okay.
I'll put my quarterstaff down if you like. It's non-magical, and if it becomes holy,
No, I
you
don't
can
want to
have
do
it.
that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll put down the footman's mace.
All right. So the footman's lays on in this depression that was right here. It just kind of sits on the silty bed of silt that's in this depression.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Then
so
I'll
the
call for the holy water to be brought over, and we'll pour it over it, starting from the top of it to the bottom.
It's right next to you. Do you need us to carry it over there for you?
I'm going to call Bell Tower over here to pour it from the front of it to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Apprentice.
All right. Bell tower, you tip the barrel over and the water spills onto the silt and the silt starts to kind of turn into mud. The footman's mace just kind of lays into amongst the silt, but you see the silt start to move down a channel. And it ends right about there because you haven't dumped enough water in for it to continue.
I continue to dump.
All right. Water continues to go. It goes Smyddwack. It goes right under your feet. You see a little channel of water opening up, and then as it goes this way, you hear it start to disappear, and it sounds like kind of it's dropping into a hollow well-like structure.
Mhm.
What are you doing, Mr. Bat? You see this
Okay.
thing start to make its way off.
I said, well, okay, so now I can identify this as pretty much it's a pudding, right? A black pudding.
Yeah, you would recognize this having lived down in this area.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. One of my things is I can identify basically all of this kind of stuff with 100% perfect accuracy. How powerful does this pudding look? Like for instance, I hate to use metagame, but like, is it 8 hit dice? Is it 8 hit dice or less?
No, it's more powerful than that. It's a full-on big fat pudding. Like if it would have landed on you, you might have been rolling another character.
Okay. All right. Oh man, I was hoping it would, because I can control puddings up to like at my like 8 hit dice.
Oh, yep,
Like
no, not quite that. It's more powerful than that.
All right. Well, I wanted to save it, but obviously it's going to be too powerful for me to control. But it's on the ground now, right?
Yep, it had just drooped down trying to ensnare you in all of its mass, and then is sliming itself away.
Okay. So
looking like it's going to find itself another ambush part.
Okay. I will fly back, and I'll go ahead and turn back into Dweller.
Okay.
What have I missed?
Well, they're pouring water on the ground over that weapon, and it seems to be making a little river.
And then as you see, your footman's mace is just now kind of laying as the holy water has cleared all of the silt out of this little depression. And the silt is drained down along this channel as you've poured the holy water in. And then it's emptying into this basically channel it's a narrow slit cut into the rock floor, and you can hear it hollow in the bottom and splashing down below. And
So
you
it's
can
like
hear it.
there's a hole here.
Yep, there's a hole there, and you can hear it trickling down below.
My friends, we have more immediate concerns. Unfortunately, in a chamber ahead, there is what I would refer to as a big fat pudding, and it's ready to pounce. And it's ready to pounce on anyone that walks through its lair.
Orth says, "Tell me about this pudding."
Well, it's big, it's black, it's slick, it likes to stretch and pull you into its mass.
What do you know about them? How? What harms them? What?
Yes.
Should,
what
shouldn't we
what
use?
are the a little I like to have a little whipped cream on my black pudding. I'm just kidding. Anyway,
I love pudding.
Yes, pudding is very good. What are the weaknesses of a black pudding?
Sausage. Actual.
Do you have animal lore? Is that kind of what you have?
I know everything about black puddings.
Okay. All right.
That's part of the package.
All right. Dweller.
Okay. Let's see here. Well, let's see. We don't want to use acid, cold, or poison. Lightning bolts and blows from weapons divide them into smaller puddings, so we don't want to use that. Each able to come.
So these get divided once you strike a blow.
Yes. Let's see. Hey, and you might want to make sure that you don't use any metal weapons, because it will dissolve them.
What?
Okay, so
Fire.
okay, yeah, okay, fire and magic missiles, or the
Or
magical
wooden.
bolts from a wizard are the most effective. Or at least they damage magical puddings in a normal fashion.
Are they fast?
They can be quite wily since they can stick to surfaces, and they can drop upon you at any time. Let's see here.
Orth starts looking at the ceiling.
So basically, we're going to have to use fire and magical, whatever that the wizard can throw at it.
I can only do that one more time today.
What about arrows?
Actually, piercing attacks. What do you say, Warren? Would a piercing attack, like from an arrow, divide a pudding?
A piercing attack would probably. I don't know if it would divide a pudding. I don't know if it would.
Because here's the thing: it just says blows from weapons. It doesn't say. Does it say slashing?
Yeah, I guess technically the arrow would probably go through it, and it would split itself apart to get the arrow out of its body.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
So you could go from 1 to 50 puddings fairly quickly.
Do they maintain like the same strength when they split?
They become, actually. Wait a minute. Never mind. All right. So
Grab it.
I would suggest that we use either we stick with fire. Fire, and of course, whatever magical force that the wizard can employ would be the best option to use against it.
So
Not a whole lot today.
Is Greek fire a thing? In 2E? I think it is, right?
Yeah, it is. I had found a thing that I had sent to somebody. Had bought a thing of Greek fire. I think I treated it as a potion of extra healing, but reversed, basically. And it hits every square around if they don't make a saving throw versus, I think, petrification. Or it was either breath weapon or petrification, one of those two. So let's say you threw it and hit it here. So they would do 3d8 plus 3, and then each one of these would have to save. Anything in a square around it would have to save.
So it would.
Because Greek fire in 2E is basically a catapult weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to find basically the rules from like Pathfinder or 3.5 or something like that and adapt it to 2E. I think that's what I did. I think I just use it as a potion of extra healing, basically as a grenade.
So we could invest in some Greek fire and just start launching it at the pudding. What do you guys think?
I have some fire spells that might be prove useful in this situation.
Excellent.
So yeah, the spellcasters could probably produce fire, but if the rest of us melee guys were to just go up and start whacking it, our weapons would start getting fucked up, and we would just start splitting them, right?
What about torches? Do you have torches?
Why can't we just get some oil? Can't you just pour some oil into the room and just light it up? I mean, I can't actually cast any fire. I can make the illusion of fire.
Do you like to choke on greasy smoke? This place isn't exactly ventilated for things of that nature.
We could just run off. But I see no other way. You need to use fire, and I am not a firebug.
Well, you see, you've been mentioning that fireball a lot. I kind of want to see it done.
But I don't know the spell.
All right, so you've got Dweller having reported with a report of a black pudding. You've cast a ritual. Gale, down in the little depression where this little channel starts, the footman's mace is sitting there unchanged. It's just laying, it's got a little bit of silt on it. Most of the silt is cleared away, and you can see the depression leads a small stone-like channel that follows around and disappears down this little crack. The crack is machined. It's not a torn crack.
Maybe we placed a weapon on the crack as the water.
Maybe we need more water. I mean, there was shitloads of barrels, right?
You heard the water disappearing down this little crack. The crack itself is about 6 inches in length by about 2 inches in diameter, and the flagstone that Smyddwack is behind feels kind of hollow to the step.
Maybe we placed the weapon at the crack.
Why don't you lift up this flagstone here and I pack it?
Yes, I think this has to do with what's
underneath.
down below, not a ritual.
Okay.
Necessarily.
You need someone strong. That's not me.
I'll lift the flagstone, Warren.
All right. It looks to be Let's see. The dwarf and the two gnomes. You can tell that it looks like this is machined into the permanent, basically floor of this area. So you wouldn't be able to lift it because it's all unbroken substrate.
Oh, so the flagstone is really, it's just a design that's been etched onto the rock. Nice.
Yep. It's basically kind of been carved out through, and you can see that there's
Did you tap
etchings.
again so it wouldn't fall down anymore? Okay.
You go check it.
I'm right now. Where's the track? Oh.
So, Dweller, you come back and you see that there's a machined crevice basically in the floor not too far from the warding pillar, and there's some water that's dripping down, and you can hear it kind of sounds like a hollow water in kind of a cavity down below it. Maybe sounds like the water hits the ground maybe 10 feet below your feet.
So it's like, so it doesn't seem like it'd be a room. It's like more of a hollow space.
Yep.
All right. Dweller is going to turn into a snake.
Okay.
And he's going to crawl down the hole.
All right. Do you have ability to see in the dark?
Well, as a snake,
I guess you can sense with your tongue.
Yeah.
All right. So you slither down the hole, and as you slither down, once your tail disappears, you reach to your full extent, which is about 6 feet, and then you drop the additional 4 feet, and you're in kind of a wet area. And down in this wet area, there is a...
Is it not charging?
It looks like it is kind of a dome, a stone dome that's perfectly smooth, and it's kind of marbled. Like, it almost looks like one of those bowling balls, like, you know how they're kind of striated with different marbles?
Airplane mode while it's charging.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about that size, and in the center of this is a cutout with the hilt of a weapon buried into it. The chamber that you're in is about 4 feet by 4 feet by 10 feet.
All right, and you said there's like the hilt of a weapon. Like, is it connected, or is it just kind of laying there?
It is the hilt. It looks like the sword and the stone in a way. So the hilt is coming right out of the top of this dome-like structure that's striated in kind of black, white, and gray.
And there's enough room for normal people to actually come in here?
If you were to revert to human size, you'd be in a 4 foot by 4 foot by 10 foot enclosure.
Okay, so when you mean like 10 foot, like 10 foot wide or 10 foot tall?
The slit's 10 feet above your head.
Okay. I'm gonna slither over to the stone and kind of check it out. Like, is there any way into this chamber besides the hole that I slithered down into?
Down at the base where your belly is on the ground, it's kind of gravelly-like, and water just drains out through there, but there's no other exit out of here.
So so the only way to actually get into this chamber is to literally become like small and like I did and slither in?
You're not sure how this chamber was engineered.
I am going to kind of slither up to the. So is it like a? What does the hilt look like?
The hilt looks like it's a very bleached bone-like. It looks very bleached bone, similar to what Smyddwack had picked up and found near to this entrance.
Damn, I wish I had some roguish abilities right now to check this fucker for traps. Man, and as far as I know, none of the others have. I can do this. Okay, so I'm gonna turn back. I'm gonna turn back into human shape.
All right. So you're human shaped. You're in a 4 foot by 4 foot, basically, cavity down underneath the floor. You see a little bit of bell tower's bell pole light and Belgrakas' light coming in through the slit, so it's fairly unilluminated down here, and you can just make out what looks to be a bleached bone handle sticking out of this striated half dome at your feet.
All
Now
right,
your feet are kind of up on the edges because this dome is taking up most of the floor, so your feet are kind of wedged in the sides, and you're feeling a little bit claustrophobic since it's so narrow.
Not me, dude. I'm subterranean.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Okay, so I kind of look up through the hole and I say, "My friends, I have found an interesting discovery. There seems to be a bone hilt sticking out of a dome-ish-looking rock. Do any of you have the ability to get down here with me?"
Gale can manipulate the stone.
That is true. Oh, I can too, actually. You know what? Fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do. I am going to where's my stone? Oh. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna cast Stone Shape on that hole, and I'm gonna.
Now, can you reach that now? Because you're down. That thing's 10 feet above you.
I mean, what the range? Let's see here. Let's see what the range is.
I think it's touch, isn't it?
Let me see here. Stone Shape.
What's Orth doing?
Yeah, it is. Damn, it's rain. It's touch. Well, actually, then somebody above will have definite. They can touch the stone.
All right, so you guys hear Dweller yell up that there's a thing down here, but he's down about 6 feet below the entrance.
I cannot quite touch the hole in my current form. Can one of you do something from the top?
Why couldn't we just throw a rope down and tie the rope around the hilt and then pull?
We wouldn't be able to get it out of the hole. I don't even. If we fed the rope through the hole, it might encompass the entire hole.
Ah.
Exactly how wide is the hole again?
Slithered into the hole.
It's 6 inches wide by 2 inches in width.
I'm going to look around for that black pudding just with my eyes, making sure it's not sneaking up on us.
All right. The last time that Dweller had seen it, it was moving after it had tried to ambush him. It had moved away from him, away from where you guys were.
Okay.
What about you, Alleseto?
I'm just trying to figure out what all this means. What does the weapon have to do
What
with
about
any of
Gale?
this?
What about you, Gale?
Sorry, I was taking care of something. What was that?
So you've got Dweller down in a pit, basically, with the hilt of a weapon sticking out of a half-dome, polished, striated marble rock. And when you're looking at it, Dweller, this is definitely not natural.
Oh, it's just stone
It's
shape.
polished to a mirror-like shine.
Warren, I have a question. Like we said, the glyph is a call out to weaponry. Like, what does that mean to me? Like, a call out is a glyph versus weaponry. It's a glyph to procure weapons. What does that mean? I'm actually confused by that phrase.
That is why that was all that you could really ascertain from it, because
That's literally what it is. Okay.
Well, it's clerical in nature, and all you're basically able to translate is that phrase.
Okay.
So you're not necessarily sure what the tense is of the, but you can definitely tell that it refers to weaponry, and it speaks of weaponry, but you're not sure what the context is because it's not in your realm. And if the other two clerics were able to successfully tell, they would be able to see it was basically an unholy clerical glyph.
Okay.
So just by nature of your spellcraft, you were able to kind of tell a little bit of the gist.
Oh, it was an unholy clerical glyph.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we should leave that down there because we seem to have various wordings. One's against the undead. That thing's made out of bones. One of them's a wording that I think maybe it's against weapons. Now that come to think of it, I think these glyphs are actually unholy. And then there is this this other glyph that's well, it seems to be, so maybe you're supposed to just dump a bunch of holy water in there and leave it be. Maybe we shouldn't want that thing. Maybe it's bad.
We can destroy it.
Yeah, maybe you can just dump more holy water in there and keep it in there, and then we'll just go away.
Well, either way, we have to get Snake Batman out.
True.
What? You
Poor
can't
Snake
get out?
Batman.
You got in there, but you can't get out?
Can't he transform into like a firefly or moth?
Can't he turn himself into a cockroach?
No.
Spider?
I mean, I can, but I have a limited, I can only do it so many times, so I want to make sure when I do it again, it's gonna matter, because this is like the last time today that I can transform into something, so I have to be really careful how I want to use it. So while I'm down here, it's best to utilize me while I'm down here. So if anybody has any ideas.
Have you tried pulling the sword out of this dome?
I do say, and by the way, the water did splash upon the hilt of this blade. To what effect, I am not quite sure yet.
Pull it.
You want me to pull it? Did I hear that correctly?
Give it a tug.
My
wisdom score tells me that I should not do such a thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Pull the sword.
Oh my god, hold up. Let me see. I want to. Can I detect evil on this thing? I'm gonna cast detect evil.
All right.
While they're doing this, I'm going to pull my weapon back up and check it.
Okay, your weapon is wet, and it's got a little bit of the silt on it, but it doesn't have any effect on the footman's mace. You cast Detect Evil on the thing that's in the stone, and it definitely radiates an aura of evil, but it doesn't radiate an aura of active evil. It's been somewhat diminished, it seems.
Okay.
More water.
My friends, I am detecting an evil aura from this thing.
I told you.
Yes. Warren, did the holy water have any visible effects on it?
You're not sure because you never saw it before it was in its wet state. So you're not sure. All you know is it did get wet with holy water, and it seems to be radiating a little bit of an intrinsic evil, but it doesn't seem to be that strong.
Okay. I want to cast detect traps.
All right, go ahead.
I'm casting detect traps.
All right, so you cast detect traps, and you don't get any sense from Gaia that there is any sort of trap nearby or that could impact
That
you.
includes magical traps, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I kind of swallow a little bit and reach out, and I will grab the hilt of the blade, and I will try to pull it.
All right. So you grab it, and as your hand touches the white blade, it feels somewhat slithery in your grasp, even though it doesn't move at all. As you draw it forth, it's a purely square blade that points into a dirk that's about 7 inches long. Its point is extremely sharp at the tip, and on each of the 4 sides of this dirkish weapon are different runes, and the runes looks like they were originally etched in deep black, but they've been erased out of there now, and so you can just see the outline of runes in white, the same color as the dirk. And as you pull it out, there's a little bit of kind of black inky water that runs off the blade into the depression of this dome, and the dome itself kind of shudders a little bit, and then it rolls off of the stanchion that it was on, and just kind of lays against the corner of the little depression. And it's almost purely spherical, but it looks like whatever was holding it on to, like centered on balance in the exact center of this alcove, has been released, and it just kind of rolls off the side. But it's a very this thing is a sphere, and it's perfectly mirrored and shiny.
Is there evil radiating off of that?
Nope.
Sphere?
Nope.
What about? Let me go ahead and do a detect magic on it.
Okay. All right, the detect magic, you sense that this dirk that you're holding in your hand radiates a fairly strong magic. The item that it was in does not radiate magic at all.
So the sphere is just a very shiny round bowler.
Yeah, it looks like it was made by maybe a master craftsman.
Okay. When I look at the blade and I look up at the hole, does it look like the blade could slip through the hole?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Actually, I don't need to do that. I'm gonna look around one more time. Is there anything else about this room? Like, there's no doors, entrances, any other obvious means of entry or exit?
Nope, it looks like it was stone shaped into the cavity here.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my last shapeshift for the day, and I will turn into a gecko.
Okay.
And I will crawl up the wall, crawl along the ceiling, up through the crack, and back up to the chamber above, and then transform back into Dweller.
All right. The rest of you see your strange new compatriot come out of the slit. None the worse for wear. Did you leave the ball down there, or did you take that?
Well, you said the ball. There was nothing magical or about the ball.
No, nothing magical about it.
Yeah, it's just basically it was just like. I mean, I'm not really sure of the significance of the stone ball, but there was no magic, there was no evil off of it. It just seemed like a normal stone.
Yes.
Okay, so I have the dagger or the dirk in my hand, transform into the gecko, go back up, transform back, and then I present the party with what I find.
All right. So Dweller describes what he's found to you and shows you the dagger. Alleseto and Gale, you would probably be able to make a religion check to look at the dagger. Belgrakas and...
Can you roll the check for me?
Sure. Belgrakas, you and Smyddwack would probably be able to roll a spellcraft to see.
Okay.
Alleseto, did you make a religion check here?
I'm going to make the artistry check too.
All right.
I made both the spellcraft and the artistry.
All right, give me a second here, and I will do a spellcraft check. And
let's see.
That receptacle is quite valuable. We should keep it.
Can you leave it? I think all he took was the dagger.
Alleseto. Oh yeah, Alleseto. Okay. So Alleseto takes the dagger and looks it over and examines the runes on the dagger, and the runes have been washed away by the holy waters, so they hold no longer any power, although the dagger itself holds a residual enchantment. The runes themselves were carved in an unholy religious text that basically was an animation of the undead. So it looks like this dagger was the...
So that's what made those undead.
It seems like it was the talisman that was keeping these undead in a state of animation, and their instructions were basically every so often the runes that of warding would abate. They would go fill those barrels with water from whatever rushing water source was further up the cavern, and then return to this warding area to be held in thrall. The dirk itself still has an enchantment of magic upon it, and it is the brightest white thing that you've ever seen. It seems to be made out of bone, but the bone of the blade seems to perhaps have been a femur that's been carved in a... It almost looks like it was carved out of ivory. It's so white, and it's so artistically finely crafted. You're not sure what type of creature this thing came from. And it is well balanced as well.
Even though it's evil, it still might be valuable. Put it in the bag of holding, it'll be us. Everybody's cool with that.
All right.
Did you say that you have a bag of holding?
I have a bag. It holds lots of stuff.
Do you mind if I take a peek in there to see what the bag holds?
Orth and Belgrakas, what do you think?
No stranger.
Yeah, that's what I was
Think about what?
just this dagger that the strange new cave dweller has brought up?
Well, it's an interesting item. I don't think it can animate the dead anymore. Those runes disappeared on it. Perhaps we've washed away the unholy enchantment and it's left with its original magical enchantment. I think what we should do is have it identified.
Warrant, did I? Because here's the thing: because I was approaching them, they were basically like kind of looting Alorian's body, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good possibility that I noticed they pulled out the because the bone dagger that Alorian had.
You probably would have seen that. You might not have intuited the origin of it, but you might have seen a bone dagger. The bone dagger that Alorian had was not as finely crafted as this. It had more of kind of one of those curvy, wicked blades that looks like it had been formed from a bone that was carved in kind of a jagged manner.
Right. I couldn't help but notice that when you were relieving your elven companion of his belongings, that he had a bone dagger that was similar to this one. Do you mind if we compare the two and see if there's any other similarities?
It was the dagger that tried to kill me. I reach in the bag and I retrieve it.
All right, the dagger that Bell Tower pulls out of the bag is much cruder in design. It does have evil-looking runes upon it. The runes are etched in what Gale and Alleseto can see to be call-outs to Nerul. So it was basically offering up a sacrifice in Nerul's name. This dagger that Dweller has just recovered looks like it was a talisman of sorts that had an enchantment upon it to animate these dead to their eternal task.
And that's pretty much so. Just the fact that they're both made out of bone is pretty much the end of the similarity.
Yep. The runic structures of this dagger are more refined and better. They don't seem to follow the same deity as the bell tower sacrificial blade.
I look up and I say, "Thank you for saving my curiosity."
Okay. I put the dagger away.
All right, what does the party wish to do?
Well, there's still that pudding ahead that we have to deal with.
So this area connects to the Hookor area down below.
Yes.
Are we done with the Hookors? Are they all done? Have we? Are there any more? You think, guys?
I don't know. They could have down here.
Did when I was flying in that area, did I see anything down this hallway? Is this just a little alcove?
That continues further on to the south.
Oh, okay. Well, there is another narrow tunnel that I, for some reason, did not fly down when I should have. But I cannot, since I cannot transform into animal shape again until tomorrow. Someone else will have to scout that out.
How do we deal with this black pudding?
I'm afraid of pudding.
Well, I don't think we need to burn it.
Where's Bill Cosby when you need him?
How about somebody fireballs it and then as this fireball gets lays waste to it, we leave. Just send a fireball down there and leave.
Nobody has fireball.
Oh, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I have pyrotechnics.
Actually, I may have fireball. Hold on, but I don't have it.
Is that a thought? How about we do?
I do have fireball, but
and
it
then
is
we
not
just leave,
memorized.
and we just leave, unless you think how fast does the pudding move?
Pudding moves about 30 feet per minute. If you're careful, if you're careful, you can keep out of its reach. That's why they're ambush predators.
And we still have this wall up here that we didn't move. The one that looks like it was purposely put up.
Oh, is that what this is over here? Did you see this and tell us about it?
That area wasn't exposed at the moment.
Okay.
I know that
You would
but
have
I
seen
should
it.
have seen it. I
It was the cavern ended at a wall, basically.
Yeah. So basically, the pudding is just hanging out in this cavern right here. Did I see anything of important when I was in there? Like, did I see any structures? Did I see any writings or anything that would indicate that fighting this pudding would even be worth our while?
Oh no, you didn't see anything like that.
If the
It just-
pudding is in this cavern, why don't we just have one of the clerics just seal this wall and that's it for the pudding, right?
Yep. Yes, we could do that.
But did you see this, like, whatever this is right here? Let me ping this out. Do you see that? Is that something?
No, that's just I think that's just a crevice.
That's all that is, right?
Oh, is there something else? Is that a tunnel? Was that like a tunnel? What is that?
Looks like another wall, like a wall that was put up over here.
Yeah. It's hard to tell whether they're just being artistic or if there's something actually there.
Right. What, this right here? I don't. Is there anything to this, or is
This.
So that's just an alcove. This is an actual wall, like it's a built-up wall. Same over here. This is a built-up wall.
Well, but we're looking at this. Is this something? Or is this just a rock? What is that?
That was just a little alcove with some rocks in it. There was nothing of
Okay.
important that you noticed there. Maybe the pudding hangs out in there sometimes. You're not sure.
Let's just
All
seal
right.
the fucking pudding in there.
All right. You know what? To hurry this along, Dweller is gonna walk back over here, and he's going to touch the wall, and he's just going to create a barrier over here, so we don't have to worry about the black pudding.
How much of a barrier can you create?
I mean, pretty thick. I mean, it's stone shade.
Because this cavern here, let me look. This cavern here is about 20 feet high.
So maybe we get the clerics in there to help them and just start.
All right. So
stacking.
area of effect is 9 cubic feet plus 1 foot per level. So 17 cubic feet.
All right, Orth. Orth, the volumetric me.
All right.
Orth's been
The-
muted for a while. I haven't heard from him in a while.
Oh shit! I've been muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
wondering why nobody was listening to you, Orth? I was like,
Yeah.
I haven't heard
All
from
my
Orth
glib
in a while.
comments.
Oh, gone into the ether.
So this at the narrowest point, this is 5 feet wide by 20 feet high.
So
All
that's 100. Yeah, how many cubic feet?
17 cubic feet.
so? Would another spell? Would another one of those stones seal it up? One of those spells?
So you could do like a 1/5 of an inch or something like that, or 1/5 of a foot, which would be
How do we know that that
the
corridor at the
6
north
foot.
doesn't connect with the other corridor up above?
You could do like a 2-inch thick wall.
Yep. Can I do like you said, a 2-inch thick wall and just like just kind of create that type of barrier, about 2 inches thick all the way up?
Could we do maybe 2 of those? Could settle reinforce it with maybe a 4-inch thick wall?
If you got clerics that can cast it, and can somebody reach up to 20 feet high?
Is it touch? You have to touch everywhere that you're gonna do it.
Yep, it's a touch spell. So you basically have to shape, and it's like painting a wall, basically. If you guys want, we'll take 5 real quick while you strategize that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I guess
If you guys want,
standing on my
I'll-
shoulders.
I'll expend a stone shape and do it, but I need help getting to the top.
So if you went on my shoulders, how tall are you, Seto?
I'm like 3 feet.
Okay, so 3 feet plus 8 foot 6 is 11.5 feet. So
Yeah, I don't think I'd still be able to reach 20.
yeah.
Well,
Dweller, as a druid of these types of things, I do not want you to destroy such a magnificent creature. It is simply a natural part of its environment. We must respect that.
but you're trapping it.
Well,
Just temporarily.
What if you stood on top of what you were building, right? And then it would build underneath you, and you would be raising yourself up while you're building it.
How about we build it from the top down? Oh, yeah, you're right. So you can make a step.
Bottom up.
Yeah, you're building yourself up.
Okay.
So everything's got to be beneath you, and then eventually you'll make it to the top.
Yeah.
I don't. Wait. You know what? Okay, I got a problem with this though. Why does he? Because the thing about it is, you have to touch the stone, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't say. I mean, you don't need to as long as you are touching what you're making, it's going to extend as far as you can extend it. You don't have to sit there and be on top. You just have to have your hand on it. And that could be at the bottom.
Yeah, that's what we thought, but Warren kind of ruled it differently.
That doesn't. That doesn't make any sense.
You have to reach as high as you can reach.
But the range
touch it
is. Yeah. What I'm saying is, when you start at the bottom and you start building that wall, you don't have to sit there and go up with it. You just build it until you're just holding your hand. You're touching it. You're already touching it. You don't need to. As long as you have the range, you can build a 20-foot tall wall.
This is about us not having the range, though, right? It's the range.
Well, okay. What level are you?
6.
Oh, okay. Actually, my wall would because it's 9 cubic feet plus 1 cubic feet per level. So that means, So that means, see, it's like 9 cubic. If you look at area of effect, 9 cubic feet plus 1 cubic feet per level. So you would be doing 15 feet. I can do.
My stone shape actually says 3 cubic feet plus 1 cube per level.
Mine, I guess, is there a difference between you're using the priest spell, right?
Yeah. And it says
Okay,
3 cubic feet plus 1 per level here.
well, mine is the deluxe. Are you using the deluxe player's handbook?
No.
All right, because this is the updated and stone shape from the deluxe book is 9 cubic feet plus 1 foot per level. So. Um, do, 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 do. We do. I don't want to kill the black pudding, man. He could be my pet someday.
Well, we're just sealing it up and skipping.
How about this?
Now.
Here's the thing. If we're not bothering the black pudding, because it just seems to be just hanging out in this chamber, as long as we're not going underneath it, as long as we're not messing with it, it's probably just stay in this chamber.
All right, what did you guys decide?
Just to leave. I say we just
How
leave the
about
black pudding.
leave it, and we'll use our stone shape and make an opening up here and see what's through this wall up here.
Ping on which wall you're talking about?
Up to the north by the barrel.
Oh.
Just leave that all together and just come back up here and make a hole through wall and explore that way.
The only thing I'm worried about is there going to be like a wall of water on the other side, but I think that we've kind of established that there wasn't already.
Yeah,
all right, let's do that.
You can start.
There are more hook horrors.
Open it up, and if it.
What was that, Belgrakas?
There are more hooker whores to kill.
And they're probably down here.
Mm-hmm.
The worst ones are the truck stop hooker whores.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the variety we're facing.
Yeah. Then let's go examine that wall that you mentioned. So let's just go back up here, and you know what?
Right.
He's just gonna cast Stone Shape on this wall. Fuck it.
Oh,
and then make a.
Okay.
So we didn't close this wall off, or we did?
No, we're saving the spell.
No. So, Dweller basically touches his hand upon the wall, calls upon the earth
wait
element.
For the party?
Sure.
Well, the hook horrors, aren't they actually down to the south?
Yep.
Because this is the same corridor they apparently we lost them at. I think right here we haven't looked.
Right.
We haven't, but if we go down there, then there's a good chance the pudding could sneak up on us and ambush us.
He might. The other thing we could do is perhaps lure the hook horrors in there.
Let's put the hook horrors on the
They're
back
probably
burner.
aware of it, right? This is their habitat.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe he just stays there.
That's what I'm saying. Are you talking about the black pudding?
It's a well-known rule of dungeon dwelling that creatures stay in their rooms.
That's what. Yeah. That's what Dweller advocates, is just leaving the black pudding alone. All right. So anyway, Dweller cast Stone Shape on this wall and forms a 4 by 6 foot hole. Actually, how tall is tower?
8 foot 6.
Tower?
You can
8?
bend over.
Okay, then I'll
hunch.
say. Then I'll make it 7 feet. I'll make it 7 feet just to make it more comfortable.
All right. So you cut a hole through the wall, and
The rest of the party needs to come up over this area here too.
you can just see into, it looks like a room of some sort.
Eh?
We're missing Gale and Belgrakas and Smyddwack.
Smyddwack said he'd be right back too.
Belgrakas.
I'm going to phase through the wall.
Or just walk around.
All right. Dweller just does that, and then he just kind of sets it aside and kind of bows. After you.
Put the pole in to light up the room.
What do we see?
All right, so Belle, as you look in the room with your pole, you see some statues lining the corners of the room.
Hey, Gale, they're statues.
Statues of what? And are they lifelike?
Do they have looks of horror on their faces, warrant the statues?
So you can see two dies with statues that are placed in small empty alcoves. These statues look to be humanoids of some sort, and they're kind of in that, they're carved out of that same material that was, actually you never saw it. So they are very shiny with different white and black and gray striations throughout them. Very bright and shiny. And then ahead of you, you can just make out what looks to be a massive statue holding a spiked club.
I'm gonna
Like these things are going to come to life, right? Is that what?
enter the room.
Orth
All
is
right.
right behind Bell Tower.
All right, Bell Tower, you enter the room, and ahead of you, you see a massive statue that looks to be the same as the one that was in that one level of the dungeon. It looks to be a massive statue, perhaps of Vaprak.
Huh.
It's a huge, trollish, orcish-looking warrior, and there is just shadows off in the distance outside of the range of your bell pole.
So Gale's probably going to want to destroy this.
Yeah. Hey, Gale.
He might be.
Yeah, I
He's
think he
not
left the
available
chat.
right now.
Yeah, he left the
He
chat.
said he was only going to be able to be for part of today. You can see that there's a, looks like you're in a area of the dungeon now, back out of kind of the caverns, and you're in a section that is actually a room of some sort. And there is a giant statue, and this room is fairly large in diameter.
So, if Dirkish is gone, are we playing his character or how we?
He'll just hang in the back, just because I don't want to kill his. I usually move him if he's narrating, but if he's not narrating, I'll just put him with Haragi because I don't want to kill his character for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck.
How about
I keep an eye out
Smyddwack?
for puddings and slimes.
Smyddwack's in a different time zone, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in Brazil, so he's
Oh, okay.
guess what
3
would be
hours, I think.
central, but yeah, I think there's a 2-hour difference now because they don't do
Is that
daylight savings
Eastern
anymore.
+1.
All right, okay. All right, let's see. Bell Tower, you can see more of those statues. And as you make your way around the room, you see an altar up ahead. The altar has a massive figure that's similar to the statue in the center of the room. It's holding blades, and it looks like it's large in stature.
It's down.
I'm looking around for an ambush.
All All right, are you going to go into this area, Bell Tower?
Yeah, I just want to peek in here, see what's going on.
Looks like there's an opening that's got a couple of pillars supporting the roof, and it's got a couple of alcoves off to the south and to the north.
Can I tumble to here?
Yes, you definitely can make a tumbling check.
Okay.
Can I see the ceiling?
Yes, the ceiling in this room is 10 feet high, and it is made out of the same material as the walls. So this is definitely a built room.
All right.
As Bell Tower tumbles in across the threshold, he
Roll
comes to his
initiative.
feet, and there is these statues all of a sudden come to life,
Ah, crappage.
and it is time to roll for initiative as these statues.
My bad.
The statue in the center is a big blue figure similar to Bell Tower in statue, and it starts to chant.
I'm going to parry with one of my attacks.
Oh, shiteness. I know what that is. I think.
Somebody get the drop on him. Hopefully.
Poop on a stick.
Do I get to see what's in this room?
All you see behind you as you come out of your tumble bell tower is everybody jump and look kind of startled as, well, the one closest to Dweller comes alive and is this ugly, hideous beast and starts to move about to try and decapitate the party. Dweller, you are right next to a statue that all of a sudden comes alive and tries to cut off your head with its blades.
Dweller is obviously startled by this turn of events. And
It happened the moment the bell tower crossed the threshold of that room.
oh, jeez. Okay.
Is Haragi with us?
No.
No, Haragi had to miss today.
Or who's the person with the 18 hit points in the back?
Smyddwack.
Is he
Smyddwack.
here?
I don't know where Smyddwack went.
He
He was here.
Oh, he's grabbing some food.
Dinner. Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
he's grabbing dinner.
I'll put him right at the hole,
All
so
right.
he can act last if he gets here. This
Don't
combat
go
room.
in the hole. All right.
I am going to golly, because I'm going to maneuver over here by Bell Tower and hide behind Bell Tower.
So now he gets an attack on you if you're trying to flee away from him.
I'm not trying to flee. I'm maneuvering because I'm not fleeing to fight.
You could, I think, you maneuver at a quarter of your rate with your defense up.
Yeah. Okay. Because he'll just fucking follow me in.
What is the rule for lightning bolt hitting the target and then bouncing? Is it based on your angle, or is it just it hits the wall and comes back at you?
So it hits the wall, but it's in your control, so you don't have to have it go its full extent. You can have it go the full thing. So let's say if you wanted to have it hit this one and bounce back through it, it could, but you don't have to have it reflect onto you.
Could he means like could he angle it like a pool shot? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Let's
Should be
see.
able to. Right? I mean,
Yeah, you could, because you'd be going. If you're trying to angle it, I think you'd probably have to roll. I was thinking you might have to roll to hit, but that might not be the truth. I know it can reflect back, so usually it would go like this way and then it would bounce back, right? But if you want to have it go that way and then go that way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That's
then down that way.
Maybe not
That's-
quite that far.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, if he could get at least those 3, that would work, right?
I'm thinking of hitting this guy,
All right.
then this guy, then this guy.
From your angle, could you hit? I guess you could hit that guy.
Well, I'll probably have to like move here or here. But yeah.
Yeah, I would think you'd be able to hit. Yeah, you definitely could hit this guy because he's right. He's right in the perfect diagonal from this guy, right?
Yeah.
Like chess.
Right. Exactly.
Now who's perfectly diagonal from him? That's this wall here.
And then Orth.
And then no, it wouldn't hit Orth. It would miss Orth. It would go this
Good.
way. I guess technically you could hit
You
that
could almost
guy.
hit this guy here.
All right.
How many yards can you go?
I believe 80.
80 yards or 80 feet?
Fuck, I gotta look it up. Yeah, second edition. Bell. Third level.
55, 65, 70 yards to hit this guy.
Lightning bolt is 40 yards plus 10 yards per level. Holy fuck. It's
That's a lot of
110 yards.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you could hit this guy.
Sweet.
So you could hit him. Yeah, so you could hit all 3 of them.
Yeah. Warrant, I need
All right.
I got 2 guys like literally right on top of me, so I'm gonna just take a chance and run for it and get over here by Bell Tower. So
All
let
right.
him have his
All
his
right.
attack opportunity.
All right, he attacks you as you flee. And
Oh, that's exactly what he needed to hit me.
Oh my god.
all right, as you flee, you take a gash right in your back for 7 damage. It cuts
All right.
right through your moldy robes. And Bell Tower, you turn around.
Actually,
and
you
hear-
skipped me.
Oh, did I? Oh, oops.
I'm at the end. Yeah.
There's
I'm a
Right.
3, but I actually go on 6 because lightning bolt is
okay.
6.
All right.
So I cast lightning bolt.
Hold on 1 second. Smyddwack, I think, is first, right?
he's gonna hold his action.
Okay.
until he gets back
All
to
right,
the
so Belgrakas, you cast lightning bolt, and they have to save versus spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. The Half-Ogre. Does he save? Belgrakas incantates and well, the casting time on that's fast.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. All right, so the Half-Ogre, the big blue guy that looks kind of like Bell Tower. All right, so he saves, so he takes half damage, and then the first Orog. He does not save. The second Orog, he manages to save. So that's, let's see, that's 1, 2,
And then there's this guy.
2. 1, 2. So there's 2 Orogs and 1 Half-Ogre, right?
And then this guy. Whoops. This guy here.
Okay, yeah. So he saved this guy. Oops. This guy did not
It's
save.
this guy, this guy,
this guy,
this guy,
and this.
and this
Can
guy.
it, I don't think you can hit that guy, right?
Oh, is it this guy?
Yep. It's because it goes from here to here.
I see. Okay. He's
From
in
here
the
to here.
diagonal. Yeah.
From here to here, and then from here to here. So this
Okay.
guy, This guy did not save. This guy did save. So what's the damage that you do?
21.
All right. So this guy is shaking and shocking, and he basically disappears in a charred husk. This one, it's half damage rounded up, right? So
Yeah.
he takes 11 damage. All right, so his spell is lost, so he raises his club. And this guy takes...
That's what we wanted.
And he's still alive. All right, Belgrakas, there's scorch marks on the wall. Bell Tower, you just saw a bright burst of light.
Weren't there 3 Orogs that were affected?
2 Orogs and 1,
Yeah.
right? This Orog, this Half-Ogre, this wall, and this Orog.
Ah, okay. Got it. Okay.
And this Orog was fried to a crisp.
Over here.
Although it looks a little more like this. No, that's not right. Looks a little more like this. All right, Bell Tower charges out of the room. All right, Bell Tower, you slash at the Half-Ogre with your halberd. And both of them hit, yes. All right. You stab it right through the head, and you manage to kill the Half-Ogre.
Sweet.
Yay.
All right, Orth, you're up.
Orth sees that Bell Tower likely has this in hand and moves this way to get engaged with these Orogs here, and takes
All right.
couple swings at this guy right here.
What about Smitty?
He can go whenever he is back.
Yes, that is a hit, Orth.
All right. Longsword. Oh, yeah.
Oh, max damage, yep. All right, that thing snarls in rage and pain. And AC of 3, ooh, that just misses. It parries with its heavy blade. All right, Alleseto, what do you want to do? These statues have just come alive.
I will cast Prayer.
All right.
60-foot radius. Does that cover the entire room?
Let's take a look here.
60-foot radius.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a 60-foot radius there.
Yep, covers the whole room.
Okay, casted that.
All right, so prayer does what?
+1 to attack, damage, and saves, and the opposite to
-1 penalty.
the foes.
Oh, they have a -1 to hit?
Yep.
All right, so the light is shining forth from your holy symbol. All right,
Technically, Schmitty goes before they go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Smyddwack, what do you want to do?
Yeah, all right. Well, I guess I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and cast Improve Phantasmal Force. And so I am going to I'm going to create the illusion of a boulet crawling through right into these 2 Orogs coming out of since I've seen a boulet more recently, and so I'm going to create that illusion.
Nice.
Okay, and Phantasmal Force. So because of my extra sort of abilities, they have like basically a -4 on their if they're going to roll a save.
Okay.
So that's -5 then, right? Because of the prayer.
Yeah.
Let me double check that's correct, right? It's a minus. Get that correct. -3 to save. So Phantasmal Force spells, they're going to get a total of -3 to save.
-3 to save. Okay.
So, yeah, so it's a total of -4 for them.
And is this everybody that can see it, right?
Yeah. But
All right.
I sort of,
So they have a -4 to save. All right. So the first one The first one saves. The second one does not save. Third one does not save. The fourth one saves. And how many are left? Is there 5? Fifth one. -4. The fifth one does not save. All right, so 3 of them do not. Let's see. He saved. No save. No save. Save. No. Okay, so 3 of them do not save. All right. So Smyddwack, your phantasmal blade bursts through the wall here, and the first one, this one disbelieves. This one turns and flees, and runs straight into a wall, and then basically turns around and is like cowering in fear. Let's see. So that's him. The third one does not save. So he also flees. So Orth, you can take a free attack.
Gladly.
All right.
Ooh, not well though.
Oh, yep. He dodges you and starts pounding on this wall. Okay, so that was save, no save, no save. This guy saves, so he's going to go up and attack Bell Tower. And this one did not save, so he is going to flee down this way and run straight into Dweller.
Dweller just can't get out of the way.
Well, he doesn't. He basically runs by Dweller. So him and Dweller are at the same spot looking at each other. Okay, so, all right, so the one that is here, let's see. I guess he's pissed off about being lightning bolted, so he warily makes his way around this thing and is attacking the strange mage. All right, first sword is a -1, right?
That's a
AC
hit.
of 3. And on the backswing, AC of 6.
That's a hit.
Oh, all right. So he gets hit twice.
Ow, ow, ow.
I thought you were stone skinned or something.
I am. So it hits my stony skin and.
Oh, do you have
both
like
of
10
them.
hit points or something?
I think you have to roll for how many charges you
I already did. I've got 6 attacks left of the 7 because one was down from last time. So these 2 attacks bring it down to 4.
Okay. All right. So he bashes you once with the sword on the backswing, hits you again. These guys are bashing at the wall and the one that's attacking Bell Tower. All right, Bell Tower.
miss.
AC of 4 and AC of -2.
That would hit, but I'm going to try to parry.
Yes, that hits them. All right, new round.
Parry again.
All right. All right, these Orogs are now fighting or fleeing in desperation. All right, Bell Tower, you're up first. All right, AC of 5 is a miss.
But the -9 was the first one.
Yeah.
-9, yes, that was a hit.
They're medium, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 9 damage.
All right, now Bell Tower is locked in a deadly battle with this Orog.
And I think we miss Smitty.
He's in there. Oh, wait. Oh, Smitty's next then. 9 damage. All right. So you catch it basically with the back end of your pole and do 9 damage to it. It snarls through its bloody teeth. Smyddwack, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm going to continue concentrating on
You can control the boule.
Yeah, and so I'm going to sort of use it and make, kind of crunching sounds and roaring sounds, as it sort of moves around. And so I know one of them is running and backed up against the wall, right? So
These two here.
These two over here, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll move the belay towards him.
All right.
Oops, sorry, that That was supposed to happen.
All right. They're dying and screaming in pain. Like they literally are like trying. They're like that thing in Star Wars when they were in the that pit with the Luke and the weird Orog looking thing fell down there. It's like literally trying to flee, squealing. Bell tower went. All right, these guys. I guess they're basically half-heartedly going to try and attack the Boule. So let's see. He misses the Boule. Misses the Boule. Misses the Boule. And they all three missed the Boule. This one is going to continue bashing down on the mage. AC of 15.
Miss.
AC of 13.
Miss.
All right, and bell tower. AC of 10.
Miss.
AC of 4.
Miss.
All right, Dweller, you're up. Oh, wait, this Orog is continuing to flee, and it flees into this area, and you lose sight of it. Dweller, you're up.
Yeah, I just cast Bark Skin on myself.
Okay.
Reducing my AC to 4.
All right. All right, you get a kind of a hard, scaly gray bark on your body as the bark skin takes hold. Alleseto, what do you want to do?
I'm going to attack this guy right here by...
All right. Ooh, Alleseto, you hit it with your flail.
And it's large, yeah?
Medium.
Medium, all right.
Ooh, Alleseto catches it right in the face. The thing turns its attention from Belgrakas to you now.
Great.
It's furious. Orth, you're up. Orth might be muted. Orth hits.
Sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I got some beverage down the wrong pipe and was made a coughing fit, so I muted myself.
No worries.
Yeah. Hit this guy for 7.
All right, it falls dead at Belgrakas' feet.
And then
Sweet.
turn my attention back this way.
Belgrakas, what do you want to do?
Let's see.
You see a
He was going to use his staff.
You see a phantasm of Boule menacing these Orogs that are desperately trying to whack at it, doing no effect.
I'll come around and attack that guy.
All right, Belgrakas runs valiantly into melee combat.
Oh.
AC 17!
Oh, well, it gets a free attack on you just as it's blindly flailing at the Boule.
Oh, man.
AC of 11.
Miss.
Oh, it misses you. All right. New round. Everybody roll for initiative. There's mass pandemonium as a Boule is rampaging.
That one attack on me from the Orog?
Yeah.
That was AC 6. Did that include the -1 penalty?
It was AC 11. I guess
no, the other one. The prior round.
Yes, that did. Yep.
Okay.
Hold up real quick.
All right, Belgrakas, you're up.
All right.
Wait, Smyddwack is up, sorry. Smyddwack.
I'm sorry, I'll mute myself from eating. Yeah, so I'm going to continue trying to threaten the Orogs, but control the creature so it evades their strikes. Right? I'm not too sure how to do that with an illusion. I don't know if they.
That's what gives it its AC.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's got a negative. Yeah, it's got a negative AC. So.
Okay.
So it's basically rushing forward, chomping at them, and they don't notice that they're not taking any damage. But
yeah, exactly. And I continue with the roaring and the stamping.
All right, bell
them
tower. Yeah, so they're basically out of the combat unless they get critically missed. Bell tower.
I'm gonna punch this dude in the face.
All right. All right. You miss it. You basically it bites your.
It should be 4. I didn't add the +1 for the prayer.
Oh yeah, it's still missed. These guys are pretty rough and tough.
Okay, here comes the halberds.
That hits. You punch and then pull back, grab your halberd, and strike it twice across the breadth of its body with your halberd. Both times hit. Ooh, massive hit on the first one. You break its jaw, pull back, and cut out its jugular on the backswing. It dies at your feet.
Ha ha ha!
Belgrakas, you're in melee combat with.
Yeah, gonna hit this thing with my staff, man.
All right.
Feeling pretty cocky with that stick.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, you critically.
Oh, sweet. I have no idea what the damage is.
Let's see. Triple damage. So roll the dice.
Sweet. What is it, a D6?
Triple it. Yeah, whatever your quarterstaff is.
Is it D4 or D6?
A quarterstaff
I think it's a D6.
Do I do times 3 or does it just automatic?
You just multiply times 3.
Okay.
Sometimes you roll thrice, but this one's times 3.
Look at that.
Nice.
All right, so you come back and just crack it over the skull with your quarterstaff, ringing its bell. Like it takes a massive amount of damage. Orth, you're up.
Is there room to get in there with that?
I'll back up.
Technically, you could run through it.
I can walk through the illusion.
Yep.
All right, I'll do that, and then put.
Might ruin the illusion, but that's all right.
These guys are.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And the other one.
Yeah, it's also a hit. You and Bell Tower just slice through these Orogs.
I get the +1 on damage too.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I didn't roll my +1 on damage.
Oh, okay, I'll take it away. So that's another 3.
It's got to get 3 more.
All right, that dies Orth as you stab it through the back. All right. Okay, this one now gets to resave because it's trying to figure out how you walk through its illusion. He does not save, so he is still scared. All right, this one now is away from the boulet and rushes Bell Tower.
Yay.
Just try it.
AC of 3. Ooh, critically hits.
Ooh.
And that is triple dice. 20 damage, Bell Tower, as this thing bites into you with its sword full on. It's like a raging alcoholic Orog. All right, Alleseto.
I will come forward and cast Cure Light Wounds.
All right. The healing smooth hands fill you with a sense of hope,
Nice.
Mr. Tower, as the healing actually works this time. All right, Dweller, you just saw the big half-ogre in front of you get absolutely annihilated and then healed by the diminutive gnome.
Okay. What am I seeing north of me?
North is another room.
Okay, I mean, can I see what's in there?
Yes, because Bell Tower's bell pole is illuminating it. Looks like it looks like a room or a chamber of some sort.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of step over here. Then basically a ball of flame appears in my hand.
All right.
And I will literally kind of toss it onto this Orog right here.
Okay. Does he have to save, or do you have to roll to hit?
Way less.
I have to roll. It's like a grenade.
Oh, okay.
So I do have to kind of roll. I do have to roll the hit.
All right.
Deuce.
Oh, yep. That's a hit.
All right. Well, it only does 1d4 1 point of damage, but it did. But here's what happens though. It kind of catches on fire.
Okay.
And 4 points of damage. Okay.
Ooh.
So what happens is that if I hit it with the flame, golly, get out of my way here. All right. The flame flashes on impact 90 combustibles within 3 feet diameter of the center of the impact, then goes out. A creature struck by the flame suffers a d4 plus 1 points of damage, and if combustion occurs, must spin around extinguishing the fire or suffer additional damage assigned by the DM until. So if there's anything flammable on that Orog, then it'll like catch on fire, and the Orog has to basically spin a turn, like trying to pat itself out.
Does it have to save or no?
It doesn't. Saving throw none.
Okay. All right. So it starts freaking out and trying to put itself out.
Yeah.
All right.
And it has to basically use its next action to do so.
All right. New round.
Okay.
All right, Orth, you're up.
I
Hold.
I first look at Belgrakas to see if he really wants to take this one out.
No, he doesn't.
Ooh, Orth whacks the one that Belgrakas just about killed.
7 points, actually. I forgot the point.
All right, it dies at Belgrakas' feet with a contusion on its head and a sword wound in its belly.
Yes.
We start moving this way.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, this one lays down and starts stopping, dropping, and rolling. Bell Tower. I guess you have a +2 to hit now because it's somewhat incapacitated.
So is that a +3 with the prayer?
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna punch it.
You punch this flaming Orog. All right, your punch manages to get through the flames and hits it.
I'm helping.
All right.
Part over here is on fire.
All right, now it screams in pain as you punch it and eyeballs you, and then you hit it with your bell pole and come back around on the backswing with the bell pole. Both times it hits.
Yeah.
All right, you bash it about the sides of its body until it dies at your feet. And all of these strange statues now have been annihilated. Meanwhile, the Smyddwack's Boule rampages around.
Nice job, Smyddwack.
Yeah.
The rest of you are a little bit put off by the vision of this Boule, which ate Elorian not 8 hours earlier.
Oh, and I attack it.
No. Do not worry, big one.
You can dissolve it at any time, I imagine, yeah?
Yeah, I can. It actually lasts up to two rounds plus after I cease concentrating on it. So we could leave it here if we wanted to. Or I could, I think
Get back to the other room, friends.
You see this strangely silent Boulay just sitting there breathing, looking about, like just kind of looking about.
Wait, I'm going to use my ventriloquism.
Okay.
And I'm going to see if I can do
You're
my.
really confused, Bell Tower.
I'm gonna search
Yes,
this
yes.
guy and the altar.
I make the Boulay talk with my voice.
All right, Bell Tower. The Belay is now talking to you, which you've never seen before in your life.
Beltao's head explodes.
Belgrakas remembers that this half-ogre started casting a spell, so he's going to go over there and check him out, and then maybe look at the altar.
All right, the half-ogre, you can see he was holding a holy symbol of Alleseto. Tells you it's Vaprak because he's seen the holy symbol many times.
This was
And-
a priest.
Yep.
Shaman,
and
bro.
then-
Shaman.
Yep, a shaman is good. And then the altar itself is a. Let's see, what room is this? This is 26. So about this neck, also it has a torque that is gold laced with platinum.
Because of what?
I'll
Oh,
put that
shoot.
aside.
You know what?
Just
I
in
forgot.
case.
Ooh, you guys are lucky. I forgot these guys had poison blades. That's all right. You guys don't find our poison either. So since I didn't use it against you, you don't find it. Because
Well,
that's
didn't they
pretty
only
nasty.
hit? Oh no, they hit,
Hit
Bell Tower too.
Belgrakas.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
hit-
but
and Bell
it
Tower.
doesn't. Thank you.
They critically hit Bell Tower.
Yeah, but
Uh,
they didn't pierce Belgrakas because of the stone skin. But
Stone skin, that's true.
problem is Bell Tower. So
yeah.
So I've got the treasure open here.
All right,
What's
I am
around the
going. I've got to move you here now because I got to show you guys where you are here.
I might have to look at that torque with the detect magic up, but I'll wait to see what else there is.
Dweller, I just healed you +3.
You hear me? What?
I heal you +3. I touch you on the shoulder and heal you +3 points of damage.
Oh, thank you very much.
I heal you 3,000.
Let's see. You guys are here.
What?
You mean the equivalent of there on the other level?
Yep.
Okay.
How do we get that far back up?
Wait,
Yeah, I'll
where we
reveal
are?
all this.
We're right here. Then we.
I think he
No,
I think he means the equivalent of there on the lower level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just because, just so I can reveal what you have here. Let's see, you guys have found all of this, and this. And then let me just double check something real quick here.
Yeah, that the illusion's a good way to get that pudding. Get the pudding's attention anyway.
I don't know if the pudding has sight. I'm not sure it works.
I think I don't. Yeah, I don't think they. I think they're immune to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. But your phantasm, it says it makes noises.
It does, and but there's also something special because I'm an image maker, which I actually forgotten this because I was trying to figure out if I was able to cast illusions against dead, why I wasn't very active. But I'd forgotten about this part because my kit actually says that because I'm so good at making illusions, that all creatures, even those not normally susceptible to illusion, can be taken in by the creations of the image maker. They don't suffer the the penalty, but if it's a phantasmal force, minor creation, shadow monster, programmed illusion, or such a thing, I believe that I can snag it. I can still trick a creature. So that's how the DMs call it. I really don't know what the sensory system of a pudding is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're trying to scare the pudding. You're probably trying to bait the pudding.
You can make the image of a child, right? Just like a helpless child running around in the.
Well, the thing is, what can the pudding sense? Because I can make sounds. If it can sense sounds, okay. The pudding has no eyes, so I don't know if it can see.
Warren, Dweller should know this.
And it doesn't have ears as well.
Would a pudding attack a boulet? Because I would like try to attack things that are weaker and.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hold up real quick. Warren, Dweller should know if illusions like that would affect a pudding.
A pudding would.
Sorry.
That's a good question. A boulet would probably not fall for a boulet. It would have to be something because a pudding wouldn't likely attack a boulet to begin with. So it depends on what the illusion is, right? It's kind of specific.
How does a black pudding sense its surroundings?
Vibrations?
That's a good question. They've got to have some sort of ability to determine what their prey is. So more than likely, it's going to be soft, warm-blooded, medium type of creatures.
But I'm going to guess.
Because I don't think a black pudding would attack a dragon or a Tarrasque or something. I think it would probably. But they're not intelligent.
No,
they are.
They're like giant
non-intelligent. Amoebas. Yeah, they're basically amoebas. So
they probably have we can get scientific here and go. Maybe it's like chemical gradients. Maybe they can sense your actual your stench, your smell in the air.
Like pheromones or something. Yep.
Yeah, just recognize there's a chemical trail and go after it. Maybe they can sense vibrations. Maybe. But the problem is my illusion can't do either one.
So yeah, I doubt you'd be able to affect it because I think your illusion has to affect something with at least some sort of intelligence, right?
Maybe, yeah. That's a good question. The Phantasmal Force says illusion, believing creatures, undead are immune that view it, right? So that's an important thing. Phantasmal Force is all about view.
All right. Well, here's the ability, guys. They have This is because since I am since I know everything about puddings anyway, I'm justified in this. I think they have the ability to sense heat and analyze material structure from a distance up to 90 feet to determine if something is edible. Deadly puddings attack any animals, including humans or vegetable matter on sight. Okay. So basically, they sense heat.
Yeah.
So
I would need
throw some warm broccoli down there and.
I probably have to research if illusions work on puddings.
I don't think they do because they only exist in the minds of their victims. I think it has to be sort of. I don't see. It doesn't say anything specific, but I feel like it has to be an intelligent creature. But on the other hand, or something with a brain. But again, my image maker thing says that I can. Maybe that's other types of creatures that are intelligent but normally immune to illusions won't be immune to mine. So
that makes sense.
Call. I probably there is a much spectral force is a fourth level spell that might.
Oh yeah, because that comes with a lot more stuff in it, doesn't it?
But I don't want to waste it on the fucking pudding.
Right. So either way, this is that cavern system. I did adapt it a little bit with the other one, but basically the pudding is up here, and there's a wall here now.
Where's the? Oh, okay.
I'm confused.
Can we go back to the other map? Because I'm like totally
So did you complete the wall? I didn't think we did. We started the wall. Did you do the wall?
No,
I
we
thought
just
you
left
made
the
it.
pudding. No, we just left the pudding in there. And just
We
left
just
the
left
wall.
it. We didn't make the wall.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, we can go back to the other map. I had to take some liberties with the other map just to kind of fit it into this construct.
Yeah, those are very different things.
But I had to kind of turn it on its side and figure out which way logically. Just because I didn't want to redo the entire map.
I'm gonna have to clock out here pretty soon.
Oh, that's fine. I'll hand out XP, and we can pick this up on the next one. That's fine.
Well, let's explore the rest of this room
And search.
yeah, we've got Orogs to loot. What was you started talking about? What was on that cleric, that half-ogre cleric? He had a necklace of some sort.
Yeah, so there's a necklace that's got. So you guys are in this room. This star is that statue that's in the center, and then there were statues all around the corner here. And then those rooms are up over here.
And it continues down, right?
Like right here. I'll show you right where it is here. So these are those rooms you were standing in. It's just the perspective's a little bit off.
Okay.
Okay, that looks like a bedroom.
Yep.
You guys, I can cast detect traps and walk around this place.
Yeah, please do.
What you do that, and I'll detect magic.
All right.
All right.
So I guess we're gonna go in here, right? So I'll be detecting magic in that room in 428.
I'll take the torque and put it in his view so he can
All right.
see its magic.
So you see the torque on the Orogs. You see similar torques. They don't have as much platinum on them, but they're still gold. So they're basically gold torques with. It has a symbol of Nerul on it, but it's been scratched out and replaced by a symbol of Vaprax. So these Orogs have seemingly changed allegiances over the course of being down here.
What do I add to the treasure sheet?
Just put Half-Ogre torque and Orog torque. And the Orogs, there was 6 Orogs, I think, if I remember right. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Orogs. 6 Orog torques. Platinum and gold.
Are any of the torques magical?
No, none of them radiate any magic.
Okay.
They do look valuable, though. And they also, each Orog is also carrying a little bit of treasure. So who's feeling lucky?
I'll do some rolling.
Go for it.
All right, Orth, go ahead. Who wants to roll first? Whoever wants to roll first, roll 2d8.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Let's see. So that each one has 30 silver. So that's 180 silver. And who else is feeling lucky?
I'll do it.
All right. Roll 3d6.
Woo!
All right. And each one also has 36 gold.
36 times 6.
Yep.
260.
And then Alleseto, why don't you roll 1d10? All right, the Half-Ogre has a satchel in its belt pouch that has 10 platinum in it.
Not so good on the treasure. What else do we find in this room?
Well, that room, these next rooms might take a little time. So I'll hand out XP on this one. I'll pick up the room searches on the next one. How's that sound?
All right.
Let's see here. Let's see, Gale's not here, but I'll hand his out to him. Aleseto's here. And let's see, am I missing Orth? Let's see, Orth. Yeah. And last but not least, did I get everybody? I think Dweller, Belgrakas, Smyddwack, Belltower, Gale, Alleseto, and Orth.
Got it.
All right, sweet. All right, so we will start in room 428 on the next one. So yeah, it's a little bit wonky because of the way that I basically use a procedural map for that one, just because I didn't have time to generate the whole thing out. So I put them in. So basically all of these caverns are where the hookers were. So, and these guys fled. So.
All right. Coolio, guys.
All right, well, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you. Are we?
Right.
And we're playing next Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be around next Sunday. So if you guys
cool
are around,
beans.
I'll be around.
Take care, everybody.
All right.
All right,
Take care.
guys.
Thank you.
All right.